All right, so this is now session one of the Cold Lands of Icewind Dale, I'm calling it, the Rime of the Frost Maiden module. So this is going to be my first attempt at doing somewhat of a narrative voice as I kind of give you guys the cold introduction here of what we're diving into tonight. Here we go. Oh, there was a handout. How about that? I'm not sure what this handout is for, but it says show to players. Ooh, it's fancy artwork and that's it.
Oh no.
That's what most of the handouts are. This is a player art handout, so that's what it's.
Okay, here we go. Like the famous drow, Drizzt Do'Urden, many people who come to Tin Towns are outcasts, fugitives, or pariahs in search of a place where they can be tolerated, if not accepted. Some came here determined to make their fortunes. Others came for the solitude, or maybe to escape notice and stay out of the reach of the law of those southern cities. Today, 400 years after the formation of Tin Towns, most folk are here because they are born here, grew up here, and expect to die here. They're fishers, loggers, miners, hunters, trappers, furriers, and traders accustomed to the harsh climate and the slow pace and the isolation. Like the hardy lichens and the determined reindeer of the tundra, residents endure and do what's needed to survive. Icewind Dale has few trees, so lumber is cut from the slopes of the spine of the world or the depths of the lonely wood forest. Some from the hills and valleys surrounding Kelvin's cairn supplements wood as a building material in Tin Towns. Homes have sharply pitched roofs to prevent snow from accumulating on them. The people of Tin Towns wear layers of woolen clothing, often topped off with fur cloaks. Under these heavy clothes and cloaks, one resident looks very much like the same as the other. Outdoors, it's hard to tell people of Tin Towns apart, and easy for clever monsters to hide in their mist. Kaboom, boom. There's a little bit more to cover here, if I can figure out where I put it.
Picking up chicks at the bar is exceptionally hard.
Ooh, more player handouts. Art. Ooh, ah. All right, Tin Towns didn't spring up overnight. It started from humble beginnings for 4 centuries ago. Immigrants from all over Faerun came here in search of escape. Oh yeah, I just read that, didn't I? They built a modest trade post atop the hill where Bryn Shander now stands. One by one, settlements sprung up on the shores of Maer Dual Dawn, Lac Dinishare, and Redwaters. The ever-present threat of orcs and other monsters compelled the poorly defended lakeside towns to turn Bryn Shander from a modest hilltop trading post into a walled town capable of defending all Tin Towners if and when the worst comes. Most of the towns contain trace evidence of the immigrant cultures that birthed them. This evidence is carved into houses, statues, and other fixtures. For example, the dinosaur carvings on the older buildings of Goodmead remind folk that many of its original settlers were Chultan. Residents of Tin Towns tend to remain indoors when they're not working, since it's so frightfully cold outside, which gives each settlement a deathly quiet aspect. Most people who venture outdoors are bundled up in so much cold weather clothing as to be barely recognizable, and they don't stand around long enough for the cold wind to get the better of them. Aural's winter spell has caused the population of Tin Towns to dwindle and has heightened rivalries that have simmered for years, turning neighboring towns against one another as competition for resources becomes increasingly intense. The alliance of Tin Towns won't hold if the mounting tribalism continues to threaten the common good. Life off the lakes. Most of the Tin Towns except Bryn Shander are built on the shores of 3 big lakes. The largest population of knucklehead trout is in Maer Dual Dawn, the deepest of the lakes. Redwaters, the shallowest lake, almost completely freezes in winter, making the fishing there difficult. Lac Dinishare catches the worst of the winds blowing off the Reghead Glacier to the east, and thus has the roughest waters. Small thermal vents at the bottom of these lakes keep them from freezing completely, even in the coldest winters. Tin Towns fishing boats are simple affairs. The smallest are rowboats and single-masted skiffs that require careful handling to avoid capsizing. Larger, twin-masted cogs and keelboats with single decks handle the wind and waves better. These ships fly the flags of their towns and provide fish for the whole community, not for any individual fisher. When thick ice covers the lakes, many fishers stay to the shelters of their homes and hearths, but the most dedicated or desperate cut holes in the ice and dangle their lines down in hopes of tempting hungry trout. The folk of Tin Towns don't have a lot of options when it comes to keeping warm. People from Goodmead, Lonelywood, and Tourmaline burn wood salvaged from nearby forests to heat their houses. In other towns of Icewind Dale, wood is too precious a commodity to burn, so whale oil is used in lamps and small stoves around which townsfolk huddle for warmth. Tin Towners buy their whale oil from whalers who live on the shores of the sea of moving ice to the north. Whaling is thus a lucrative, if inherently dangerous, business in Icewind Dale. I think that's all the narrative stuff to cover. So a few, I guess, mechanical things to talk about. Everybody here has got, I'm assuming, already has winter gear, cold weather gear. One thing you guys won't have to buy once you get in town, unless you have a good reason for your character to have them, are the crampons, which I didn't know what the hell a crampon was until this thing started. Basically spiked on your boots or snowshoes. So unless you have a good reason why your character would have those, you have to buy those in town somewhere. As far as getting around Tin Towns, wooden sleds are fairly common, as are the axe beaks, which I think I shared with you guys before. I think I got some of those on the actual screen here for you guys. So those can be purchased in town. I think the axe beaks run like 50 gold, and I have to look up what the sleds and the dogs are. An empty dog sled costs 20 gold pieces. That's for the sled only. Weighs 300 pounds. Has room at the back for one driver. A sled dog, which uses basically the wolf stat block, costs 50 gold pieces as well and can pull 360 pounds. So it sounds like you need a minimum of 2 dogs if you're going to pull that sled and yourself. It says sled dog must take a short rest after pulling a sled for 1 hour, otherwise they gain 1 level exhaustion. Hopefully I won't forget that if you guys get them. Axe beaks have splayed toes. They can run across the snow. Can carry as much weight as a mule, which it doesn't tell me in here how much a mule can carry, so yay.
1,000 pounds.
50 gold pieces is what they cost. Here's an important thing for you guys who like to go shopping. Characters hoping to procure powerful magic items or services of high-level spellcaster in Tin Towns are shit out of luck. At best, they may be able to find common magic items for sale, or find a friendly druid, priest, or mage who can cast spells on their behalf. For every 100 people in a town, there's one such individual living among them. Common magic items cost around $100. There are potions of healing that can be found in some establishments. Standard price, 50 gold pieces. Everyone here, okay, I think I shared this with everybody. If not, let me make sure I share this with everybody. So this whole area has pretty much been under this, spell of Auril, and it's pretty much widespread throughout that everyone believes that's the case, being under this perpetual winter. And as such, the route south of Tin Towns has been covered up in snow and ice. I mean, that passage, getting through there is impossible right now. So everyone has pretty much been living and hanging out in Tin Towns waiting for that summer to come up there. So it's been going over 2 years. Almost all of the towns have resorted to some kind of a sacrifice to Auril to kind of try to appease her to let the summer come back.
She's like a goddess or something like that?
She's like the, a goddess of winter? She's got a few names in here. Here's a section. So, okay, it says, desperate people of 10 towns hoping to appease Auril so that summer can return, makes sacrifices to the Frost Maiden on nights of the new moon.
So she's the Frost Maiden.
Yeah, I think from what I read, she's kind of like in my understanding, she's a full-blown god. So, but in some of the reading of it, she's kind of like a cross between that and a minor deity. So I'm not sure where exactly she is in this whole ordeal, but she's in the Dungeon Master. The Dungeon Master's Guide has all the gods in there, right? Yeah, she's in there.
I
I haven't done any reading on this module, but my understanding is the reason that there are 3 aspects of her is because she's depowered at the moment.
Yep.
Because of what's going on in the world.
That's a little meta knowledge, so no one in town knows that, but yeah, that's some meta knowledge. So this practice of sacrifice is fairly new. It started a little over a year ago when it became clear that Arl was angry and Summer would not be returning anytime soon. The town speakers, they're also called Council of Speakers, have unanimously agreed to honor these practices, which they consider necessary evils, but would end them in a heartbeat if Arl were to be appeased or dealt with in some other way.
And so when they make these sacrifices,
I'm sorry.
I guess I'm curious, who they're sacrificing.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to next.
Sorry.
It's okay. That's fine. So the nature of the sacrifices varies from town to town, but usually takes one of 3 forms. The first one, the most harshest one, is humanoid. And this will be common knowledge. All you guys have been here for at least 2 years. Bryn Shander, East Haven, and Targos hold lotteries the afternoon before the new moon, and the unlucky person whose name is drawn is sacrificed at nightfall. And whoever's chosen is stripped bare and either tied to a post or sent into the tundra to die. There's been accusations of rigged lotteries, but nothing that can be proven or acted upon. The second is food. Smaller towns that can't afford to give up people give up their food instead. So a day's catch of knucklehead trout is strung up on wooden racks a mile outside of town to be claimed by Yeti or any other creature that embodies, I guess, Oral's wrath or her aura. And the third sacrifice is warmth. This typically goes from large city to smallest city is what these 3 sacrifices are. Towns that can't bring themselves to give up their people or their food forsake warmth for a night. So no fires are lit between dusk and dawn, forcing locals to share body heat for warmth. Anyone who dares to light a fire is savagely beaten. Okay. I spoke briefly of the Council of Speakers. They're kind of like each town's mayor, so to speak. Each town has an independent settlement that elects a leader or a speaker to represent interest at meetings of the Council of Speakers, which are infrequent and take place at the Council Hall in Bryn Shander. These meetings are called to discuss matters of shared interest and to settle disputes among them. Okay, so that's kind of like the overview of the entire 10 Towns area and what's been going on here recently. So let's switch this over to you guys. I asked you guys to try to come up with a reason as to why your character would be in Bryn Shander now. Now, you don't necessarily have to be from that town, but you need to have some reason of why you're there. So I don't know if you guys are ready or not, but it's kind of just go around the room and ask each one of you, have each one of you introduce your character and where you've been, what you've been doing, and why you're in Bryn Shander. You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with Rob, who's playing Indy.
So Indy Thickbottom is a little red-haired dwarf. Not from the area, didn't grow up in the area, but moved to the area a number of years ago, living in Caer Dineval, which is northeast of Bryn Shander. Fishing, usually in the winter. He's a bit of an archaeologist. He's a bit of a kook. He carries around what he's pretty sure is the femur bone of a giant. To most people who see him, they can see that club actually isn't a femur bone of a giant. It might not even be a bone at all. He's currently, like I say, he's living in Caer Dineval, but he's currently in Bryn Shander. He makes trips there periodically just to get supplies. Caer Dineval is a pretty small town.
Okay. All right, so that brings up a good point on the map. If you guys would zoom out or move around, we can see some of the town names in here. You notice how some of the towns are kind of a black dot, like Bryn Shander. That typically represents a larger town, and I think those have like walls on them. I'll be able to confirm that in a little bit as you guys move around, but I think each of the dark dot towns have some kind of makeshift wooden walls. The little white dot towns like Caer Dineval that Indy was talking about, those are typically just open villages, no walls, no protection. Okay. Anything else out of Indy?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. And what did you say your reason for being in Bryn Shander was? I'm sorry.
It's just a supply run he periodically does from Caer-Dineval.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So let's switch over to Stefan. That's you, Don. Celio.
You're right. I forgot.
Oh, stop. You're like real far away from your microphone or something. I can barely hear you.
Sorry about that. Better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. So, he's a singer and a musician, and he travels in between the cities. Since he's been stuck here for a couple of years, he's made the rounds and been to Tourmaline and all the way down to Kirkkonig and Caer-Dineval and East Haven. So, he's been around the block a few times, and he knows all the cities. And but right now, he just happens to be in Bryn Shander.
Okay. And do you share what kind of race you are?
Oh, can they not tell I'm a half elf?
I don't know if they can tell or not. He's like a dwarf. He's a halfling. He's a rock gnome. He's a tiefling. I don't know. What is he?
Kind of a space elf.
He's only like 5.5 feet tall, 140 pounds, but he's got this ginormous head, and everybody remembers him.
They do. Okay. All right. Thank you for that, Stefan. Next up, we've got Dent.
All right, little backstory from Dent. Dent was born in Clan Battlehammer, which I think is near Kelvin's Cairn. One day his father had taken him out, and they were attacked, and his father was slain, and he barely he tried to get away. He almost got away back to the clan, but he was captured by the barbarians nearby, the tribe of the Wolf. And since then, he was raised by that evil leader, Isar Crodenstrom.
Mhm.
And he was forced to do some pretty unspeakable things that bring him a lot of shame. And I think because of that, he's quick to anger. He's very rough, wild-eyed. But he also, I'd say, is pretty warm-hearted as well. And he helps others who need him, and definitely tries to defend the helpless now to kind of atone for things that he's done before. How he got down to Bryn Shander is on a raiding party one night. The barbarians were going to attack near Kirkkonig, and he broke away from the camp and literally ran through the night to warn the townsfolk. And while he was there, he helped try to defend as best he could. Since then, he's decided that he's just gonna head south. He tried to go back to his clan, but he's a little bit claustrophobic now. He spent so many years just roaming the tundra. I think he's just developed a taste for it. So kind of stir crazy. He wants to explore. He wants to head south. He wants to get out of the spine of the world. But with the trail being blocked, he's kind of found his way to Bryn Shander and is currently holed up there.
Okay. And just a little bit of, elaboration on a little bit more of that background. So the tribe he was talking about is part of the Reghead tribe, which is pretty much everybody in 10 Towns has heard of. That's this nomadic tribe of barbarians that basically live out in the wilderness north of 10 Towns. Way beyond this open plains and hills beyond Kelvin's Cairn is the great Reghead Glacier, which is basically just a big giant sheet of ice, which is way, way north of you guys. But that's what they call themselves, the Reghead tribes. And there are 4 different barbarian tribes. Each one of them have a slightly different temperament when it comes to interactions with 10 Towners. The one tribe, if I can say that, you tell me, Dent, if I can tell what tribe you were with.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I thought I did, but
well, I think you said the name of the leader, but I don't know if you said the tribe or not. So it's Tribe of the Wolf. Was led by that Isar, and Tribe of the Wolf was by far the most barbaric, bloodthirsty Reghead clans or tribes, and they would regularly kind of attack some of the smaller 10 Towns just to either loot, take food, take people. Sometimes they would just do it just for the bloodlust to kill people, and that's what this Isar guy is kind of known for. That he doesn't really care about human life, and that's That's one of the ways, if I can say that, Dent, of how Dent ended up in that tribe, is they basically raided this dwarven village, and that's how they keep their numbers up. They basically will kidnap or steal typically the younger adolescent folks and basically try to mind wash them into being part of their nomadic tribes. Is that fair, Dent?
Yeah, I think that's almost what I have, word
Okay.
for word. I said,
Okay.
although Isar bathes in the blood of his enemies, it amused him to try to corrupt a young dwarf.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Dent?
No, I think he's a mountain dwarf. He's about 5 feet tall. He's pretty stocky, and he looks very a lot of muscle definition to him. He just wears warm furs. You can't tell he's wearing any kind of armor or anything like that. I think that's about it.
Okay. And I see that Wayne has joined us on Roll20. Wayne, are you with us on Discord as well?
Indeed.
Okay, so you see what we're doing here. I'm going around the room, getting every chance to kind of introduce their character. So go ahead and introduce yours.
Okay, so my character's name is Gandhi Aguvathia. He is a Goliath whose tribe lives in the spine of the world. I don't think I have a precise location for them, but somewhere high up in the highest peaks of the spine of the world. Unlike most Goliath, he is a pacifist and a healer, and that is because in his youth he accidentally killed his brother in a Goliath kind of, competitive match. It was accidental, but pretty traumatic for him. And so from that point forward, he swore never to take another life and has adopted a code of pacifism since that point. He's a pretty big boy, about 7.5 foot tall, about 300 pounds, but very calm and very demure, let's say. I don't think he's been outside of the spine of the world until coming to Bryn Shander, and he's a little bit on a bit of a vision quest of his own to try to find out more about his religion and his god and how he might be able to help out his god.
Okay. Going to share anything about your god or anything, or is that still going to wait to be discovered?
I think it's okay. There aren't too many actually Goliath-specific deities, but he actually worships a deity called Ulutio, who is also known as the Lord in Ice, and the Lord in the Ice, rather. And this god is a sort of loosely tied to giants and giant kin, of which I kind of took the liberty of lumping Goliaths in with that. Mm-hmm. And he's sort of the god of glaciers and polar environments, Arctic domains. And he does have a connection with some of the elements of this campaign, I think, which may or may not become relevant as we go along, but at least it's a hook for Gandhi to get into the game.
Correct. I think your character would know what the supposed, resting place or situation is with your god. So whether you want to share that or not, or you want to wait till let that come out later, that's up to you.
Maybe as we go along, we can let that come out later.
Okay. All right. I'm cool with that. Just don't let the cat out of the bag.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that's the four of us. Wayne, just for your edification, I did a little zero session with everybody before this, and I made that like a separate recording. I'll eventually put that on somewhere on the campaign forum to kind of go through the house rules, everything. It's pretty much all the exact same as it was in the main campaign, with the exception of a few things I'm going to suggest that we try. All of them are still open for discussion. We're not doing any of them except for we decided we're going to try every time you drop to 0 hit points, you take 1 level of exhaustion. We're going to kind of take that on a trial basis, see how that works. If it sucks, we'll nix it. If it seems like it's working good, then we'll go ahead and keep it. Okay.
All right.
You good with that?
Yeah, sounds good.
No pressure on the healer only character.
I'm here to buff you up.
We can buff you up like 3 times or 6 times. After 6 times, if someone picks back up, they're dead, because that is 6 levels of exhaustion. You're just dead. So I don't think that's ever happened yet, but never say never, right? Okay. All right, so we got the introductions out of the way. So let me do a little brief introduction of the town you guys are in, of Bryn Shander. And I'll set you guys up, hopefully, with this, where we're going from here. Okay.
Brian, I'm going to be AFK, but I can still hear.
Okay. All right.
Just in case you need me.
Okay, so actually, let's move to the map of Bryn Shander. Let's do that.
John, I need you.
All right, let me do a shift click so we're in the center of it, hopefully. Let me zoom out a little bit. Save about 40% on my screen. Gets the whole town on there, looks like.
Whoa.
All right, so what you see before you is the town of Bryn Shander. And this is the first stop for most visitors to Icewind Dale. It's a walled town perched atop a cold, lonely, wind-lashed hill. Oh, I got to do my narrator voice. Bright lanterns suspended over narrow streets twist in the wind and add flecks of color to the town's otherwise drab surroundings. The friendliness in this settlement has dwindled of late. Arl's unyielding winter has greatly reduced the number of visitors to Bryn Shander, and local trade is suffering for it, eating away at the local sense of humor and goodwill. Still, there's no safer place in Icewind Dale to spend a coin or spend the night. The walls of the town stand some 30 feet high and are defined by two concentric rings of upright wooden poles, the gap between them filled with dirt and rubble. The outer ring of poles rises above the top of the wall, providing a rampart for defenders to stand on the wood-planked walkway. The wall's hinged gates are 15 foot tall and can be barred from the inside with iron-banded wood beams. These gates are closed when it's dark outside, which is to say, more often than not. That brings up a good point. I forgot to bring that up. So, with this current, dilemma that the Frostbane has placed on the Icewind Dale area, daylight is not daylight. There is dim light between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. All other times, it is dark. It's blotted out the moon. It's blotted out any sign of the sun. So there's dim light between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. All other time, it's black. Okay, so if any of you guys did not take a race that gets dark vision, you'll be carrying a torch around a lot. Well, you should be carrying a torch around anyway because it's going to be freaking cold. What else?
I'm giving up warmth today, Brian. I can't carry around a torch.
A few meta things that you guys would know, been around here for a while. Population of Bryn Shander is roughly around 1,200. Again, it's by far one of the largest towns here in Tin Towns. You guys all know of the speaker of the town. Her name is Duvasay Shane. I think I have her token just to give you something to look at. If I got it right here. Yeah, I think that's her right here. So I'll plop her down here in the town somewhere. And you guys will also know the sheriff, Markham Southwell. I'll kind of share his little token as well, just so you guys can put a picture to the face. Picture to the name, I should say. What else here? Bryn Shander has the herald of black antlers above a vertical shaft of golden wheat on a white field. Hey, look here, more player art to show everybody. Oh, maybe I don't. Right there, show the players. So again, each one of these towns has their own little, sigil here that they will fly their colors, especially on the boats. Not so much Bryn Shander on the boats on the lake, but that's theirs.
Falling leaf wheat deer.
I'm sorry, what?
What is that? A grain or wheat or corn or?
It says it is black antlers above a vertical shaft of golden wheat on a white field, nice. Signifying the town's strength and prosperity of the vast snowy tundra. As I mentioned before, their sacrifice is the humanoid type. Travel from here to other towns, since it's kind of in the center, doesn't mean it's exactly close. So these travel times are based on, if you travel by foot, which is technically snowshoes. So Cair Dineval, 10.5 hours. East Haven, 7.5 hours. Here, let me put it in chat for you guys because I don't know if this will be important or not, but let me copy and paste it. So the closest town is Targos, which is 2 hours away. This is all by foot on snowshoes. So if you travel by sled or by Axbeak, it's probably about half the time. If you're able to do that. I think you can see on the map here, there's a few places that everybody knows about. Northlake, up here on the north side of the town. That's like the Happen and Rowdy bar. A lot of mercenaries hang out there. Black Iron Blade, that's a local blacksmith. Got the stables down to the south of town. And I think House of the Morning Lord, is that on there? Yeah, it is. Over on the north west side of town. That's the local shrine to the Morning Lord. And town hall right here in the center. Okay. Okay, anything else about Bryn Shander?
Where would we have been staying if we'd been in Bryn Shander for a little while? Did you just say that and I missed it?
No, I didn't. But I was going to suggest we start with Northlake. Because that's like the most hopping spot. If you want to try to find an odd job or whatever, that's where you go. And plus, that's what I got prepared.
Sweet. That's where I'm from. How coincidental.
You're from Northlake?
Well, that's where I'm staying.
Okay. I've lived there my whole life. All right. Any questions on the town or anybody else that I've introduced or anything so far? Okay. Take that as a no. All right. So, hey, more player handout. I don't know why this is a player handout, but there you go. Oh, that represents the people who do like the food offerings. I guess that's
It
why.
looks like it's got a small whale.
That's a knucklehead trout. What you see there on that picture.
It kind of looks like Celio.
Celio is a knucklehead
Awesome.
trout.
Celio's a half elf, half knucklehead.
Nice.
And what's got a hold of it's a crag cat. Those are pretty common up in this area. But those knuckleheads do get pretty big. So
We call Goliaths call cragcats slippers.
Okay. Okay, so they've got another narrative thing for me to read called the Code Open. Okay. Icewind Dale has become trapped in a perpetual winter. Ferocious blizzards make the mountain passes through the spine of the world exceedingly treacherous. This land has not felt the warmth of the sun in over 2 years. In fact, the sun no longer appears above the mountains, not even in what should be the height of summer. In this frozen tundra, darkness and bitter cold reign as king and queen. Most Dale residents blame Auril the Frost Maiden, the god of winter's wrath. The shimmering aurora that weaves across the sky each night is said to be her doing, a potent spell that keeps the sun at bay. Dale folk live in a scattering of settlements known as tin towns. The drop-off in caravans coming from the south and travel between the settlements in this never-ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated. Although each town is resolved to appease the Frost Maiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite from winter's fury seems forthcoming. For adventurers such as yourselves, Tin Towns is a place to test one's mettle, and in the spirit of heroes who have come before, leave one's mark on this frigid, blighted land. Oh, the Redhead Nomads. I don't need to cover that right now, unless it comes up later. Okay, so I'm going to set you guys up, starting off in the Northlake Tavern. This is where I had to make a map. This is my one complaint about the module so far. It gives you all the towns, but none of the buildings, none of the potential battle scenes or sites or whatever. So here's a tavern that I threw together about an hour and a half ago. So if you guys can, go ahead and feel free to drop yourselves in here, and then I'll pick it up from there.
Okay. Excuse me.
I'm a little big.
Too big. Too big.
That is a big head.
I guess I gotta fix his token.
That's
weren't
called
kidding.
that's
Thank you.
Stefan Knucklehead, such and such.
All right, one sec. Let me fix his token so he's not giant Stefan.
I thought you already got it. No.
Well, evidently not, because when you drop it in there, it should drop into the right size. But there you go.
Oh, I see. I see.
Now it should be fixed. Okay, so I'm reading. All right, so you guys did we establish whether you guys already know each other or not? That would probably be beneficial to me as a DM, but I don't want to force anything on you guys.
I think we've all spent time here in the tavern together.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. We've listened to Stefan sing so many times that it's like just commonplace to us.
Okay.
Yeah. And Stefan being the social butterfly, he'd be around to talk to everybody and, glad hand them and see what tips he can get.
Okay. All right, so if you guys want to do any kind of like interaction role playing with each other, I'll give you guys a few minutes. Otherwise, I'll start off with the hook. You guys tell me. Lots of role playing going on. Okay. All right.
Let's do the hook.
I'm still like I got a picture like dwarf speak. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't practice a dwarf voice. So you'll have to whatever voice I come up with this session, we're gonna just probably scrap it, and it might be different for next session going forward.
Okay. All right, so you guys are all enjoying your frosty mead. It's good mead. It's the good mead ale is the patronage the ale of 10 towns. It comes from the town south of you guys. Stores of that have been somewhat light as the winter keeps enduring on, and they're having a harder and harder time of keeping up with the demand for the favorite ale within 10 towns. But as you guys are enjoying your rare mug of good mead ale, these three stocky figures come walking in through the door of the Northlake Inn and Tavern in cold weather garb. They kind of stumble towards you guys, being the first table out in front of you guys. Still got their snowshoes slung over their backs, but they're completely covered head to foot in their thick winter gear. They're obviously smaller folk. Not sure if they're halflings or dwarves, again, because they're covered up so much, so thick, it's hard to tell in this weather. But there's three of them walking in. One of them kind of holds up a gloved hand and says through a thick wool scarf in a raspy voice, "Well met! I'm Runa, and these are my friends Korax and Storm. We need help, and you look capable."
What did he say his name was?
Runa, and my friends here are Korax and Storm. Or Stom, sorry, Stom.
Tell me, my little friends, do you need a healer?
Well, yeah, that's probably so, but right now I need to keep my job. So, you're a big fella, and this weather doesn't seem to affect you much, right? That's what I hear.
The winter is the realm of the Goliaths. Yes, you are correct.
Well, good. I mean, there's a couple hardy fellow dwarves here, and she pulls her hood back, and you see she's a dwarf as well. And the other two kind of stay there, kind of standing with their arms crossed, not really taking off their scarves, their hoods, or anything. Just kind of sit there nodding in agreement with her. So here's the deal. We're working a mine back in the valley at the base of Kelvin's Cairn. No, this mine is operated by Clan Battlehammer. She kind of looks around the room a little bit, see if anybody recognizes that. They should. And as you know, it provides most of the iron for the smithies here in Tin Towns. But we got besieged by these freaking goblins. They took our shit. I'm losing my place in my notes.
Oh, I do not like the goblins.
Yes.
You're not from around here, are you, fella?
Oh no, I am not.
Okay. We're the survivors of this group of that were tasked with delivering the sled of iron ingots to Bryn Shander. And this freaking Yeti not goblins. A Yeti surprised us and killed a member of our group. The rest of us fled as Yeti tore old Olbrook limb from limb, I tell ya. Now we need someone to go back and get the sled for us. As payment, we'll give each of you guys a gemstone worth 50 gold pieces. And, the friendship of the dwarves of Icewind Dale can also be a boon to anyone in these harsh times, The other two kind of just nod. Oh, yeah. You'll need snowshoes to make the trip in good time, and I can lend you mine if you need them.
You have snowshoes for Goliath feet?
Well, I could probably double some up for you. Yeah, we can make something for you. Yeah.
Your friend is dead, or he yet lives?
Unfortunately, I fear he's dead. I mean, the Yeti set upon him pretty quickly, and I know I saw at least one arm get ripped off before we made it out.
Does not sound good, but if we go quickly, perhaps I can provide him some aid.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. We'll give you we'll point you in the direction of where it is, and I need to get my folks here. And you see one of the guys starting to kind of peel his scarf off his head, and you guys can see that like part of his nose is like, you're not sure if it's shrunken in, if it's just rotten, but it's black, and it's like half there. And as he pulls the scarf off his head, he's just nodding. Yeah. You guys look better equipped to take care of that Yeti than us. We just can't handle it. And he takes off one of his gloves, and he's missing like 2 fingers, and the other 3 are like black. So obvious signs of losing shit from the cold. So yeah, just
have my friend here take a look at that for you.
Yeah.
My fingers?
Well, your hand and your nose.
Well, these
Can Gandhi tell if this is old damage that's just no longer capable of being healed, or if there's some chance he could fix it? Maybe do a medicine check.
If you're just looking, go ahead and give me a medicine check, not a perception.
Okay. Oh, sorry. That was supposed to be normal, not advantage.
That's fine. I'll take a 13. That's fine. You can look at it, and you can tell by the way the nubs have been kind of wore over that these are old. This happened, it could have been months, could have been years ago. He's been like that for a while.
Okay. So Gandhi is going to turn to the others and say, "There's nothing I can do for this one, but perhaps I can help his friend if he is still alive. Sometimes in the cold, the body can carry on a thin thread of life for a long time. So we should really get going if we're going to offer him any aid."
The other one kind of just shakes his head a little bit. The other dwarf hasn't said anything, but the one missing the fingers, I hope that's the case, but I saw old Ubuk's arm in the Yeti's mouth, and Ubuk wasn't attached to it. I don't think he's gonna make it, but yeah, if you could salvage what's left of him and bring the ingots, because it's gonna be our ass if we don't deliver those. And the ingots are supposed to be delivered to the I forget the name of the blacksmith here in town. Black Iron Blades to Garn the Hammer, which is like the local smithy here. That's where the delivery was supposed to be going to. Okay.
All right.
Any other questions or anything from you guys?
Are they sure there was nothing else but Yetis involved?
That's all they saw attacking when came out of the blizzard from nowhere.
They said this was off Northgate.
Yeah, it's about. They tell you it's about halfway between Bryn Shander and Kelvin's Cairn, out on the open tundra. They're making a trip from the mines there in the Dwarven Valley to Bryn Shander on this dog sled filled with iron ingots. Okay.
All right.
All right. So one of the guys, they'll all offer up their snowshoes, and between here and leading you towards the north of town, they'll stop by one of those supply stores, and Korax, the one missing the fingers, will divvy up the payment to get a couple extra snowshoes just so the big Goliath can fit in some. I'll tell you what, he'll buy some that are extra large for a Goliath. Yes.
What was the name of the blacksmith? And I know you said blades, but I forgot.
Black Iron Blades.
Black Iron Blades.
And he was
Garn the Hammer is the head smithy there at Black Iron Blades.
For Garn the Hammer. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. So, anything else you guys want to do, say, or ask before I change
The
the
road
map?
between here and Kelvin's Cairn is big. How are we supposed to find your ingots?
I, like I said, it's about halfway between here and Kelvin's Cairn. I mean, I could point you in the general direction. The snow's been blowing, so there won't be any tracks for you, but it's going to be sticking out like a sore thumb, I tell you. I mean, there's nothing out there but rolling hills, and you got to see that sled out there by itself, right? I mean, the Yeti wasn't interested in that. Old poor Ubuk is probably all he wanted.
Well, let's hope so.
Okay. So it says in my module, she'll point you in the general direction towards where the sled should be.
Just points like past the restroom at the bar. She's like, somewhere that way.
Yeah, just go
Just travel
north,
for a few
northwest.
days. All right.
And I think it
I'm
does
game.
say in here that she knows like how many hours walk it is. 1 second, let me find it.
Yeah, I was looking, and that wasn't one of the ones that you said how far away it was. So I don't. The Cair Denival I thought was closer than Bryn Shander, and that was 10.5 hours.
Hold on, let me
You
switch
said.
back to the main map for you guys so I can kind of show you and go over this again. All right, so if you
Yeah.
look
So
on
I
the
guess I
big
was
map-
kind of thinking
Sorry, go ahead.
if it's somewhere halfway in Tamerlane and Cair Denival, I mean, to get to Tamerlane is only 6 hours. So probably taking that path up, or if we just head out straight, I guess.
Yeah, she tells you it's
Nothing
about
like that.
halfway between Kelvin's Cairn and Bryn Shander, but they were coming from Dwarven Valley, so probably right about in here.
Oh, gotcha.
Not very far out of the valley. They were coming through this little section through here on the way straight to Bryn Shander on dog sleds.
Oh, so it would to get to Tourmaline would be, yeah. All right, so there's probably no point in going that far.
I mean, you could cut across the snow here to the trail, but it's still going to be all this is like packed ice for the trail.
Oh, gotcha.
There's not really going to be a road because there's too much blowing snow.
So how did they come in? Did they come up the trail the whole way, or did they come up the side of the mountain?
Good question. Let me read. It says they ran about halfway until they found another person on a sled that took them the rest of the way into Bryn Shander.
Said Corax, and I still missed her name. Strom.
1 second. Scroll up.
You're fine. Sorry, Brian. I'm just taking notes.
No, you're fine. I'm glad you're taking notes.
Corax, Strom, and
Stom, S-T-O-M.
Strom. Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
two.
okay.
He was the quiet one. Korax was the one missing the fingers. And her name, I think, was Haruna, H-R-U-N-A.
H-R-U-N-A. Haruna.
Let me put them in chat, or you got it?
Nope. I think I got it. Is it K with Corax or C?
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll just put it in chat so that other people have access to the notes if they want to copy.
Okay. All right, so you guys are heading out on foot. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna go pick up the snowshoes. While we're picking up snowshoes, can I buy some crampons?
You guys can buy whatever you want. That's why I brought it up at the beginning. I mean, you guys have enough to buy a sled. You can buy a sled.
I don't have enough to buy a sled.
I have 7 gold, 9 silver.
12 gold after buying crampons.
Yeah, that's after crampons for me.
Can you wear crampons and snowshoes? I assumed.
You can wear crampons and go horseback riding or go swimming.
No, you cannot wear crampons and snowshoes.
Really? So it's
They're
like one
for
or the other?
they're for different things.
Yeah,
Crampons
one
are
of them
for
keeps you
ice,
up on the ice, and the other one.
snowshoes
Yeah.
are for snow.
Correct.
Oh, okay. I figured you could still like put the little blades in the snowshoes. All right,
Snowshoes. Most snowshoes have little blades in them, but not like crampons.
gotcha.
Yeah, imagine if you put crampons on and then put snowshoes on, you're just going to tear up your snowshoes.
Yeah, crampons only weigh like a quarter pound, so I'll just kind of stash those in my pack
Okay.
and put the snowshoes on.
Crampon.
Like I said, if you guys want to pool your money together, if you got that to get a dog sled or something else, you guys can.
How much is a dog sled, Brian?
I think it was 50 gold pieces just for the sled.
50?
Yep. And then it was
Yeah.
going to be 50 gold pieces per dog to pull it.
We won't even be able to afford it after we get the reward for this quest.
Yeah, but for the last 2 years we've been here, we've made like at least 10 gold a week, right? So we should have like piles right now.
And all that money went to food and beer.
Firewood.
Not all.
And whale oil.
Oh yes, the blubber.
All right, so safe to assume you guys are going to be walking on foot?
Yep, snowshoeing it,
Okay.
snowshoeing it out the north gate. She got us right at 10 o'clock.
There are no
right?
wealthy benefactors in town.
Where are you getting at? What are you thinking? What are you asking?
The wealthy benefactor that wanted to give us some dogs, etc.
You can certainly try. How are you going
We
to
could
go
always
about that?
stop by the. We could always stop by the black. What is it? Black iron. Blades and talk to Garn and be like, "Hey, listen, we're about to go do this," and see what he says.
Well, I think,
But I don't know if we'd be kind of ratting them out if we did that.
Yes, she
or-
Yeah,
would
that's
be.
true.
She would have said that. Don't say anything to Garn.
Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, but she didn't say that.
That's
We
because
should
Brian
walk
screwed up and
straight
forgot
over
to say
Brian
that.
and say it.
Well, you still can, but she
Oh,
definitely would have said, "Hey,
don't talk to Garn.
Yeah.
Don't. Oh, don't.
All right.
All right, let's walk it.
Okay. All right. So
We're used to it. This is what we do here.
Do I feel like they have any interest in trying to kill us? Like, have we seen them here before at the inn? And like, do I feel like this is maybe a trap of some sort? I'm pretty,
Those three
I don't wanna say
dwarves?
like distrustful, but they were all three dwarves. I thought just she was a dwarf.
No, I mean, one of them stayed bundled up, so he
Okay.
never really took anything off. The one that took off the scarf and you saw his hands, he was a dwarf, and so was she because she took her hood off. The other one stayed bundled up, but the
All right,
DM
then
already let
I-
out of the bag,
my-
so they're all dwarves.
All right. Well, my disposition towards them would be favorable then, so I'm not going to. I just want to help them.
Okay.
All right, let's go. I want to roll for random encounters for 6 hours.
Okay, so yeah, it is roughly about 6 hours. So here I go. Boom, boom. And 1 hour into your trek across the rolling white hills of nothingness. Oh yeah, I never did roll what time it was. Let me see what time it is. Okay, so if I'm doing
You said it was
military time,
10:02 a.m.
military time, it is roughly around 2 p.m. No, I'll make it better for you. No, because they would have been left during the day. Yeah, 2 p.m. makes sense. So it's turning black night at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone here has dark vision? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes. I don't know about everybody.
I can speak for
I
myself.
do not. I do not think I do.
Stefan does.
Okay.
I don't think Goliaths have dark vision. I'm pretty sure they don't.
Yeah, double check real quick because that may be
That's why
important.
you.
Yeah.
That's why you got that light cantrip, though.
Yes. Good point.
Yeah.
I'm just checking it before I say that.
No, you're right, man.
I don't. Hmm.
I don't see it.
I
You
don't
can
see it in
climb
the race
really, really
description.
high without suffering any penalties. That's good.
Yeah, so I could. Where is that old light cantrip? I can cast that on things, correct?
Yep.
Oh, it only lasts an hour though.
Yeah, but it's a cantrip. You can cast it over and over.
Yeah,
and
I'm
over.
going to do that. I'm going to cast my light cantrip on the end of my quarterstaff.
Okay. And remind me again what light does as far as emit. Is it 20 foot?
Yeah, it's here's the spell. Yeah, it's 20 feet radius for bright light, and then another 20 for dim.
Okay. All right, cool. So you'll be able to see for about 40 feet. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
If
Gotcha.
and when that comes into play.
Roger.
Okay, so 1 hour into your trek northward, it's now nighttime, pitch black, no moon, clouds up above, blowing snow, and the blowing snow gets heavier and heavier, and you guys are now in the midst of a blowing blizzard, which is really not that uncommon for this area. But a few meta things to know about in a blizzard. Howling wind limits your hearing range to a range of 100 feet. Impose a disadvantage on range weapon attack rolls. Impose a disadvantage on perception checks that rely on hearing. The wind will extinguish open flames. Disperses fog. Erases tracks in the snow. Makes flying by non-magical means nearly impossible. A creature that is flying will fall at the end of its turn, if not flying by non-magical means, and can't hover. Visibility in a blizzard is reduced to 30 feet. Creatures without goggles or other eye protection have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight due to blowing snow. So I probably should have started off with that before you guys took off. So,
if anybody hasn't done it, you can go to the little inventory screen and you can type cold weather and clothing, the survival gear. Cold weather clothing is an item. That's 10 gold. I ended up buying that. I just didn't know if anybody else knew that. It has your goggles in it. It has.
no, I wouldn't have. Don't take 10 gold from your thing for that. I would assume everybody here would have already had that.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, we can get that from the compendium then.
Cold weather clothing.
I guess what Rand's saying.
Yeah, it
Awesome.
just drops in.
Okay.
All right. Well, I put 10 gold back then.
Okay, so the goggles. How do I want to rule this?
They have the goggles.
Is
with
that part of the
clothing.
cold weather equipment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. But
Yeah. Sorry, Brian. That's why I mentioned it.
Okay,
the
that's fine.
boots, gloves, goggles, hat, hood.
Okay, so you won't have disadvantage on perception checks or line of sight, but your vision is reduced to 30 feet in the blowing snow.
Got it.
More meta stuff. Any creature that's concentrating on a spell in a blizzard must succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw at the end of its turn, or lose its concentration on the spell.
Holy crap.
Does the winter clothing? So the winter clothing, it says as long as it remains dry, you get automatic success on saving throws against the effects of extreme cold. Does that factor into this effect on concentration at all, or no?
No. No, there's another thing that may happen for extreme cold.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, this, I think, is just the blizzard kind of pelting, right?
Okay.
I don't know. I'm asking. It's more of a question.
Okay. All right, so 1 hour in, all that's affecting you now. Okay. What's it say do next?
Gandhi kind of looks at the dwarves and says, yeah, spring day in the spine of the mountains.
Everybody give me a wisdom check.
Just wisdom?
Oh, sorry, check, not save.
Yeah, just wisdom. Or survival. I guess survival would have worked.
Take 2 off.
Oh, we can use survival too.
You got a 19 or survival.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll stick with my wisdom check.
I was going to take your original roll, just modify the modifier if survival is one of your things.
Oh, yeah. Survival is, so
Okay.
it would be +2.
I'll take my survival.
All right, so all you guys know that once a blizzard starts, it makes it very difficult to kind of stay on course. So you guys can either stop and wait for the blizzard to pass, or you can press on and take the chance that you may veer off course and lose your bearings.
Time to build a snow cave.
Can we still see? No, I guess we can't see Bryn Shander from here.
No. Not an hour in.
Brian, I got that. Let me post it. The Outlander. Would that kind of help offset any kind of blizzard unknown? Where things are, or maybe
Not
help
when
us
your
get back
vision
on
is only
course?
30 feet.
Okay, so after the blizzard ends or something, maybe it'd be helpful to find it.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do as a group? You want to hunker down? You want to keep going?
I think we should hunker down.
Yeah, I think we should build a snow cave and all cuddle together and conserve body heat.
Okay.
Gandhi's a hugger.
All stand around Silo's head.
It's warm in here. That's warm.
Whatever you guys decide. I'm just the bard.
So is building a snow cave a survival thing, or would we all have that ability living in the Dale, or what?
I'd say those of you that are proficient in survival can roll that.
I'll help.
Than one, or do we have to pick somebody?
I think that we should let the Goliath do it, and he'll get advantage because Dent is going to help, and he's also proficient.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Sounds good.
Well, sorry, Brian. I didn't mean to.
All right, that looks pretty reasonable.
Okay, so I'll say over the next half hour or so, you guys watch and help Gandhi. That's how it's pronounced, right? Gandhi?
You got it.
Okay. Kind of carve out somewhat of a makeshift ice and snow wall that's kind of breaking or blocking the wind. And you guys can kind of hunker down there behind that. Are you guys going to attempt to make a fire or anything? Or are you just going to kind of use that makeshift snow cave?
Do we know what the other towns like Bremen or Dukin's Hole or one of those places, are they doing the no warmth tonight, or are they doing warmth? How often is that? What have we heard that? Because that would have resonated with him, and he's probably doing it just so he doesn't get a lottery draw in his name while he's in Bryn Shander.
No, it's once a month, and I'll say right now it's not happening yet. It's not for a few more days or weeks. I gotta look it up, but no, it's not happening today. Okay.
And as
go ahead.
I was gonna say, as we're we get the cave built and whatnot. Stefan's got some knowledge of living outdoors and whatnot, being on the road, and so he knows that if he just puts a couple candles in that cave, it's going to warm it up by quite a bit. So he puts those out and he starts singing to everybody.
You put a couple candles out?
Yeah, he put a couple of candles out in the cave, and so he knows that's going to warm.
They both blow out instantly.
Oh, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, so we didn't build an actual cave, like what I think of as a snow cave and like a snowbank. We just built like a windbreak. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Oh, see, I thought we dug into the snow a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That we were heading for that, like building digging into a snowbank and making an actual snow cave.
Right. I mean, you're still getting some, wind that's kind of whipping around the edges on the other side of you guys. So, what'd you roll on your survival? Let me go back and look.
24 with advantage.
Oh shit! Then yeah, you guys got a snow cave. You can light candles.
Okay.
My fault.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, I saw the 16. I thought that was him. I didn't realize it was a 24. Okay.
Yeah, that is slightly further down.
Hey Don, I think that you have to write it down.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying something stupid. But "Candles in a Snow Cave" sounds like a good song for Stefan.
For a bard.
Well, it's a good way to stay warm without using up all your oxygen, so that's good.
Okay. And all of you, whoever looked up cold weather clothing, can you confirm for me what temperature that's good up to?
It just says
it
extreme
doesn't say. Yeah, it just says you automatically succeed against extreme cold.
But it doesn't define
it. Stays dry.
Yeah.
Yes, it does have to be dry. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, son of a bitch.
Man, I hope one of us got prestidigitation to dry clothing.
Oh no.
How mundane, but yet
You mean,
essential.
yes, I got that, Rand, on my bard.
All right. Well, since we can't find what temperature it reaches to, I'll just say that you guys all have the knowledge that until I'll try to verify this between now and next session, negative 50 degrees is what I'm going to set the limit to what that cold weather gear allows you. And you guys know that when you're caught in a blizzard, this wind chill can drop it even further than that. But you guys are in an ice cave that you've built up, and that's fine. But for future reference, if you get caught out in the cold during a blizzard, even your cold weather may not be 100% effective. Okay? All right, how long are you guys going to basically wait for the blizzard to subside, or what's your plan?
Do we have anybody who's skilled in nature that could maybe see if they could determine the length of the blizzard?
I have nature proficiency, but it's only a +3 because I don't have a high int.
Now, just as general knowledge, you guys have been here for 2 years. That typically, I say, these blizzards will last anywhere from what it said. It said 2d4 hours is the range. So what is that? That's like 2 to 8 hours.
But that was before the eternal winter that settled over the Dale, right?
No, 2 to 8 is what it is right now. When one hits, it typically lasts between 2 to 8 hours.
Oh, right now.
Yes.
With the new weather pattern.
Correct.
Okay. With the global cooling.
I say we gotta wait it out regardless. So we need to wait in here because if we get caught out there, then obviously what Brian is saying, if we leave here, we're screwed.
Yeah, so Gandhi's just going to take a cross-legged seat against the wall of the cave and start kind of humming to himself and meditate, waiting for the blizzard to blow through.
Holy shit. All right, I got to do these out in the open because I just wrote 2 4s, and I don't want you guys to believe me or not.
I wouldn't believe that.
We believe you, Brian. You're trustworthy.
Yeah, 2 4s, Brian.
All right, but 2 hours into it, you guys will notice that the opening of your cave is now covered
Ooh.
in snow.
Somebody needs to go break
rectify
that up. So Gandhi will take his quarterstaff and sort of poke through the entrance and see if he can't knock the accumulating snow away from our air hole.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Can I get advantage with some help from Dent again, or what's the...
Yeah, Dan would be happy to help again.
But you're trying to poke... I'm trying to help me understand how someone can help you poke through the snow.
No, we're figuring that I'm going over there and helping him pack it down around the edges and kind of re-solidify the cave entrance.
And also kind of directing me what angle to shove up and kind of, move my staff around to break the snow away.
Okay.
Either that or if he does the right side and I do the left side,
Okay.
It's
you're level 1. I'll allow it.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough.
And I was going to say, I hit them both with a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Can you do 2 or is it just 1?
When they both went up there, I hit them both with a bardic inspiration. So
I'm just making sure you have 2 bardic inspirations to give up is what I'm asking.
Oh, yeah, I got 3.
Okay.
So that's the inspiration.
I also touched him and said, "Hey, do a good job," which converts to having guidance.
And all your spells are wasted. That 20 was
nope,
good enough.
that's a cantrip, my friend.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm rolling with advantage, but that's a 20.
Yep.
Or do I just roll and then do the 1d4?
Now, you notice that when you go up there and kind of use your pole, you can kind of keep it somewhat of an opening there.
Okay.
But as this wind blows, you may have to keep doing that.
Okay. Well, Gandhi will dedicate himself to keeping the air hole open because breathing is kind of important.
Okay.
And the buildup of CO2 in our little cave is not a good idea.
Okay, so as the wind continues to howl, you guys are just going to continue to kind of hunker down or do anything else?
I don't think there's anything we can do.
Okay.
Stefan will continue to sing.
Well, son of a bitch. That's no fun. All right, another 4 hours pass, and you hear the wind kind of dying down, and Gandhi, you're spending less time trying to keep the opening open. You can see out through the hole that the blizzard seems to have passed.
So Gandhi will kind of break the opening open a little more and scramble out of the snow cave and see what's going on outside.
Okay, you look up and there's still snow blowing. It's still dark outside. It's now been, 5 hours, so it's now 7 o'clock at night, roughly.
Okay. So he'll call back down to the rest of the party. My friends, it appears that the storm is blowing through. We must continue with our mission.
Aye, let's get to it.
There's no laughing matter, my little friend.
That kid laughing in the background was awesome.
I agree.
All right, so you guys can see through little momentarily lapses in the blowing snow. You can still see Kelvin's cairn to the north, so you got your bearings straight, and you still kind of head that way. And you guys only made it like an hour, I think I said, before that blizzard hit, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. You guys travel for another hour, no issues. Man. 2 more hours, no more issues. And you guys crest a hill at this point. You can still see, through little breaks in the snow, Kelvin's cairn. You're not losing your bearings that way. You can still see it. But you can see there's another blizzard kind of heading your way from the north. It's probably a good hour away. Normally I'll make you roll for it, but we've done enough rolling. So about an hour away for before that blizzard you think will hit you.
So what are the chances that our iron ingot sled is completely covered in like 2 or 3 feet of snow by now?
It is possible.
Okay.
Yeah, that
So
won't be good.
Gandhi's going to turn to the dwarves and say, my friends, brothers of stone, can you smell iron? Because I'm not sure how we're going to find this stuff.
Well, hopefully the. Oh man, I totally botched that. Well, let's be hoping that the sled is still visible.
Well, Gandhi's the tallest, so he's going to kind of stand up on his tippy toes and peer around. Does he see any sign of anything that might resemble a unusual mound or something that might be our sled?
Give me a perception check. Damn! Look at Gandhi go. Gandhi should be a ranger.
Advantage. That shouldn't be advantage, but luckily it's the first number. So.
Yep, correct. All right, so you peer toward the north. You can see several small little mounds that could be about the size of a completely covered sled, but they are white mounds of snow.
Are they far apart from each other, or are they kind of clustered together, or what's the?
Let's see here. You see 3 mounds, and they're probably one's about 100 feet from the other, and the other one's a little bit closer, maybe like 40 feet from that one.
Okay, I'm going to point them out to the rest of the party and say,
Sorry, I'm laughing at what's in chat.
Right. Me too.
yes. Are the mounds moving at all, or howling or anything?
With that perception roll, you don't see them moving. There's like just stationary mounds of pristine snow.
So sleeping Yetis is what you're saying. They're sleeping. Okay, Gandhi's going to point him out to the rest of the party and say, I think they could be one of those 3 mounds over there. They look unusual. Let's check them out.
Oh, yes. Let's check them out.
Okay.
All right. So I guess we'll go as a group, one at a time, to each mound in case things are not great.
So
I got the axe in the hand. I'll take the axe in the one hand, shield in another hand.
Okay, so who's actually approaching one, or all of them, or all 3 of them? How are you guys doing this?
We're going to do one at a time, the whole party, in each mound. So whatever the closest one to us
if
is.
you want, where are we at, Brian?
Yeah.
We're,
are
you going to switch
we
to
have
a
a
different
party
map, or are
token.
we going to use the big map?
1 second. Can you guys
Okay,
see
you
the
want me
little
to
thing
move?
I put there? I need to
Yep.
give that a
Yeah.
different tint so
Yep.
you can see it. That's kind of light, isn't it?
No, we can still
It's
see
all
it.
right.
We can use the giant tokens, right? I'm as big as Kelvin's card.
No, let's use this one right here.
Okay.
That way I can control it. Because again, it was about halfway between Dwarven Valley and Bryn Shander. Well, technically,
Okay.
Kelvin and Karen, but they were coming from Dwarven Valley, is what I'm saying.
Right.
So
Gotcha.
I'll say you're right about there.
Brian, I'm going to cast Shillelagh as a cantrip on my club as we approach these things, because I have a sneaking suspicion that one of them is going to be Yeti shaped.
Okay. All right.
And they
Yep.
kind of got they surprised the other dwarves, and I don't want to be surprised, so I'm going to be ready for it.
Okay.
And as we're walking up, when I get in range, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation. And
Can't cast it if you can't say it.
Spike couldn't say it, and he did it.
And I'm also sorry. Go ahead.
No, what are you casting it on?
on the mound itself. So that's a 10-foot thing. So when we get within 10 feet, I'm going to cast it and start melting some of that snow.
Prestidigitation can melt snow.
Says you can warm up an area for like 1 cubic. No, wait. Yeah, 1 cubic foot.
Okay, so that's not going to be the entire mound.
No.
That's got like one little section of it.
But I can have 3 of those going at a time.
Cubic
And,
foot ain't no joke. That's pretty crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can do it for an hour long.
Okay. All right.
So.
You could flavor it too.
Yeah.
And turn that snow yellow.
Banana flavored.
Flavor.
All right. This is what sucks so far about the mod. There's not a map for this, so I'll make sure I'm clear on this. So Gandhi's in front, I'm assuming, with his staff or something kind of poking in the... Is that what I heard?
Oh, wait a minute now. I didn't say anything about poking anything.
Okay.
On
Make
the other hand,
healer-
it does
make
sound
the
like a
healer
good
go
idea.
first. Make the
Yeah,
healer
I
go
think
first.
Gandhi's happy to go first. Whoever wants to, whatever.
Dent had said he's had his shield out and the axe in one hand, and he was kind of poking the thing, trying to see if it's a sleigh or whatever under there.
Okay.
Okay.
So Dent's the one touching the mound.
And before we get to the mound, Gandhi's going to cast one of his healer options on Dent. He's going to do heroism, which I think gives him temporary HP equal to my spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
Here, I'll throw it up there.
Okay. And what's Indy doing?
Man,
Indy is walking along behind. He's got a shield in one hand. He's got his cantrip shillelagh great club giant femur in the other hand.
Okay. All right. So I need everybody to give me a perception check. Damn, look at you guys. Level 1s. Killing it.
perception. Sorry.
Healing cleric, man. I'm very perceptive.
Oh, I'm killing it, Brian.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
killing it.
The dwarf's like, what? Where are we?
Rand, you have 1 level of exhaustion now.
All right, so Dent's walking up there first. I'm just taking his axe and kind of putting it in there as I keep wanting to say Silo, and not Silo, it's Stefan. Kind of melts a little section of it, and your axe goes right through the top layer of snow, probably about 4 or 5 inches, and then you hit something not hard like a rock, but something stiff.
Oh, perfect. All right.
Body.
Aye, this may be it, boys.
And as Stefan's little precipitation circle kind of melts down, you can see a bit of fur what your
Oh boy.
axe was touching. And at the same
This isn't
time,
it, boys. This isn't it.
at the same time, Gandhi and Indy, you can hear like it's not screaming, it's like arguing from just over a hill to your kind of southwest of you.
Could you repeat what's happening to Dent's mound again? I didn't quite catch all of that. So there's fur, and what's the fur doing?
He stuck his axe through the snow about 4 or 5 inches, then hit something solid. At the same time, Stefan's little precipitation was making like a circle of warm air melt away the snow. And now only Dent can see that he hit like there's like a mound of fur that his axe is now touching.
Okay.
Did
And
they
we
hear
hear-
me
and we hear
shout,
voice.
this isn't it, this isn't it, this isn't it?
If you yell, then yeah, they're going to hear that.
Brian, what language are we hearing arguing in, or can we tell?
I got to check your sheets before I just ask what you can. Well, I guess, yeah. What languages can you guys speak? That's fine. I can
Common and
ask that.
Dwarvish for me.
Common, Dwarvish, Giant.
Same here. Common, Giant, Dwarvish.
Oh, that's funny. We can all speak like the
We
same
should all
three
talk in
languages.
Giant.
Okay, someone else didn't answer me. Who else? Who was left?
Don,
I-
he can
I
speak
have
all
left.
languages.
Yeah, I got like common, elvish, dwarvish,
It's like quintilingual. Lingual.
and I thought I had one more, but I don't have it written down, so I'll have to figure that out later.
Okay, then no, none of you guys understand it. But it's those that heard it. Yeah, it was Gandhi and Indy, the two D's. Can hear some kind of like arguing going on just over the hill to your southwest. What are you guys going to do?
So Gandhi's going to put his big hand on Den's shoulder and say, "Is this the sled, my friend?" Because he didn't see what Dent saw, right?
Correct.
I don't be thinking this is a sled. I think this may be a creature. He may be dead, though, but they didn't seem to say that they killed it. So it might be alive and sleeping.
Before you tell me, Brian, I have two languages that I get to pick as the sage, which I apparently didn't pick. But don't tell me what those languages are that I'm hearing, so that
Okay.
I can realistically pick what I need to pick.
Oh, I wasn't going to. You didn't recognize it, so why would I tell you?
Okay, so Gandhi's going to kind of pull Dent back a little bit from the furry mound and say, someone is nearby. Perhaps we should approach them and see what their purpose is here.
Aye, sounds like a good plan.
Okay, I am choosing the one that I always choose.
You're
which
setting
is Abyssal.
precedents for the entire campaign here, so don't
I know
screw
I am.
up.
I know I am. Well, I always
don't
choose Abyssal.
understand
It's
this
just the
argument,
standard.
we're
And then
all
the other
dead.
one that I'm choosing is I'm not choosing giant because these guys all have giant. So I'm gonna choose the little. I'm gonna choose goblin.
Yeah, I thought you were.
What's that or Knoll?
What's your second language you're going to pick?
Abyssal.
Abyssal. The Abyssal and Goblin. All right, so Gandhi, with that being said, now that you... Oh, yeah, I forgot. I can speak that.
Well, wait a minute. I understand that.
It sounds like goblinoids that are arguing with each other.
So you telling the rest of it? Who speaks Goblin? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Indy, did you hear something? Can
Yeah,
you tell what it is?
Oh, the hill there is. Oh, I'm doing your accent. Over the hill. Oh, I hear some goblins. They're arguing about something.
Aye, all right, let's go, boys. I'm gonna look behind me and see if that hill that with the fur has
The
moved.
fur mound.
Yes.
It's a furry mound. You know all about those.
I mean, are you taking the time to uncover it, or you just look at the spot where...
I'm looking to see if the hill has moved. If it hasn't moved, then I'm more
Oh.
interested in the goblinoids
give me a perception.
languaging.
It's their dogs.
Okay, I was going to say, as long as you get a 10 or higher. No, it has not moved.
you asshole, you're gonna say you think it moved.
If you roll below a 10, I'll go, yeah, you think it moved.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a little movement.
That reminds
Or
me,
was it the wind?
I got to start rolling them myself so that you don't know what the fuck, if it's true or not.
I like it.
All right, so no, it didn't move. All right, so you guys are all heading over the crest to see what where the noise is coming from? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, Den will take point, shield and axe in hand, and still, he's trying to move pretty quickly because he is feeling emboldened by this heroism coursing through.
All right, so
Yeah.
give me an idea.
Well-
So I'll say this is the hill that you got to crest over. So whoever's going first, put yourself right here,
Oh,
just so I have an idea
okay.
of what order you guys are going.
Put yourself right here. You said.
Yep. And then whoever's
Okay.
behind Dent.
I guess Gandhi will stay with Dent.
Put your big giant characters back and pull out small ones, man.
All right.
Put your big ones back up here, where all the other big characters are.
Stefan's head is
All
always
right,
big.
satisfied, you little shrimp. Let's go.
All right, that's how we're going over, like that.
I don't see mine.
And you got to
Drag
pull
your
it in.
character onto
You
the
got to
screen.
pull it from
All right,
the journal.
I'm coming.
So wait, which is the front?
You're in the front.
The
now.
hill. The
Okay.
hill is the cairn.
Okay.
So if I were to draw a line, there's the hill you're about to go over. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So you guys good with that? How you are?
Yep.
Stefan's running down south.
You going around?
Stefan's back
Wait,
in
wait,
Bridge.
wait, wait,
He's
wait.
back
False
in Bridge,
start.
Shandor.
False start. Offense.
Stefan, if you make it that far, you are cresting the hill.
It's all right.
All right, that's what we're doing. Final answer. All right, let me grab you guys. We'll move to a different map.
We'll do.
Or let me explain what you see before I move the map
We're
here.
going to go with the flying V.
How much time has elapsed since I cast my spell, you think?
Which
I
spell?
think 3
The
seconds.
Heroism?
30 seconds.
Maybe 4.
You did
4
that as you're
seconds.
approaching the mound, right?
Yeah.
Basically, right before he was poking the mound, I did it, yeah.
I'll say at least a minute, if not a couple.
All right, well, my spell's probably... My cantrip, I'm sorry, my healing spell is probably done then, so...
Yeah, it's going to take you a minute just to crest over that hill.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay? All right, so...
When the spell ends, target loses any remaining. Okay, that sucks. All right.
Let me see how many times I can cast it, though. It's possible I might be able to recast
2.
it. Is it
But-
2?
Yeah, but you kind of want to save those for like clutch.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I thought that poking the Yeti would be a clutch, but I guess it didn't come to that.
All right, so you guys crest the hill, and as you guys are looking down into, I guess, this little valley here, you guys can see a snow-covered ridge on the other side of you, and down inside that little gully I was talking about, you see a frozen, dismembered corpse. Snow covers parts of it, but it's definitely some kind of humanoid lying there. And you can see there's like several still fresh footprints with blood splattered all around it.
Oh, even after the falling snow? All right.
Yeah, because it just happened.
I'm gonna hold up the finger to be quiet if I'm in the lead and I see it, or just everybody see it.
No, there's no need for a perception. If you hold up a finger, they're all right next to you, so I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right. So how close are we to the top, Brian? You
To the top or to down where you see this bloody humanoid body?
Yeah. Do we see where the blood trail goes off to?
You're
or does
probably
it, like,
about
cut our way
40 or 50 feet down the slope into the gully or valley of this little section. You guys can all give me another perception check if you want.
And sorry, how far away is this?
Probably about 40 or 50 feet down the slope.
And do we see
It's
anything else
dark.
down there? Like people-wise? Moving?
What you see is what I shared with you.
Okay.
All right,
we're not
so-
seeing what
so the
was
guy behind
arguing-
me
we're not
has
seeing
a-
what was arguing.
Stefan,
Yep.
as you guys you're far away from the microphone, but you hear over the next ridge some more arguing. You didn't hear it the first time, did you? Or was it just Gandhi and Indian heard it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
You can hear some faint arguing over the top of the next ridge.
Okay, I'm gonna point that out to. I'm gonna, make motioning sound in my mouth coming from that direction. Make sure everybody understands that we got more of them over there.
All right. If I see that he's doing that, then I'll head in that direction.
Head in what direction?
That he's pointing.
You're pointing to the ridge across the valley. That's where the sound's coming from, on the other side of the ridge. So imagine you're on top of two ridges, and there's a valley in between. The valley in between is where that
Blood trail is.
bloody humanoid body is. The voices you
Gandhi's-
hear are over
Gandhi's-
the edge of the next ridge over.
Gandhi's going to move down and check the body first, regardless of the arguing.
Okay.
Just a blood trail, right? Nobody.
Yeah, he's going to walk down into the valley and look at the humanoid.
Are you
remains,
trying to be
whatever
quiet
they are.
at all, or are you just kind of stomping down through the snow?
I'll do a stealth check. Yeah, I'll try to sneak down there. I'm aware that there's others around, so I would try to be stealthy.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
I don't know how I did that with the +1, but okay.
Okay.
Kick ass, man.
All right. So you're the first one to reach down near the bloody body there. From this close up, I'm not gonna have you roll a perception check because you can see more of what's going on. Most of the snow kind of covers all the, it says in here, the gory bits. But you do see a headless torso and severed limbs are visible, sticking out from the snow. You can see there are some tracks in the snow all around the corpse. That's where kind of the blood splatter has kind of been moved around or disturbed or whatever. And you can also make out the telltale grooves in the snow left behind by a sled.
Ooh.
Can I tell if the body is what race the body is?
Give me a medicine check, because again, there's only bits and pieces of it here. It's going to be pretty high DC.
Okay.
Actually, it won't be a very high DC, but let's see. Okay, good.
Whoa.
I was like, well, he can know whether it's a dwarf or maybe it's a halfling or some kind of small humanoid. With that good of a roll, it's dwarf, but there's no head.
Okay.
There's an arm missing. There is, again, like I said, torso, 2 legs, and part of 1 arm are left.
Okay. And you said there was sled tracks. Are they leading toward the same ridge where the argument's coming from, or where the sled tracks lead?
They are. They're kind of going around the slope, like they go up to the north and then circle back out of view. But they're kind of heading that direction. Not straight over the ridge, kind of around it.
I'm going to motion back to the party that... how would I do this? I guess I'm going to try to somehow indicate the sled is moving up the hill toward the next ridge.
How are you indicating that?
What's that?
Sign language.
I know, right? Well, I tell you what I'll do. I'll just sneak back up to the party and tell them in whispers what I saw.
Okay, give me another stealth on your way up there.
Stealth? Okay. This time I will roll a crit fail.
Okay. You can make it up the hill.
Okay. I'm going to just whisper to them what I saw. The body is a dwarf, headless, armless, probably the one that was killed by the Yeti. And the sled has been dragged away and appears to go up over the next ridge.
Hi, we must be getting close. Let's go.
Okay, how you guys going?
I'm happy staying behind Dent as the buffer in the middle.
Yeah,
I think we need to follow. I mean, we're not here for the dwarf. We're here for the iron.
Yeah, no.
Well, Gandhi was here for the dwarf, but now that the dwarf is obviously deceased, yeah, the ingots are fine.
Yeah, so we're following the sled trail, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just want to make sure. All right. Yep. Follow sled trail.
All right, so you're falling right behind the sled trail. Go ahead.
Can I slyly perform a detect magic on the dwarf?
Detect magic on the dwarf?
Yeah, detect magic. See if he's got any magic items on him.
Oh, son of a bitch.
That's a ritual?
Magic earring on the head?
It's one of my spells.
But you might want to...
Oh, you're right. I could do it as a ritual.
Yeah, it just takes 10 minutes, so that's our only thing, and we hear people talking.
Yeah, that's why I was just going to do it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I think what Rand's trying to tell you is don't waste a spell slot when you're about to have a fight.
That's all right. I'm not trying to control.
I'm trying to help you out as well.
Yeah. No, I'm going to...
We can always come back to it, and you can do it as a ritual later.
Yeah, that's...
There you go.
Hey, there'll be time for that later. Come on, Magic Boy.
All right. So you guys going about sneakily? You just kind of look at me. I'm walking behind you.
No, I'm gonna hunker down like a panther in the snow, like a
We're
snow
sneaking.
panther.
We're sneaking.
Well, I'm a sneak
Stealth.
panther.
Oh, snow panther. By our snow panther skills combined.
Okay. So we have
Some pretty unstealthy Goliaths
so
and dwarves.
12,
apparently.
36, 45 divided by 4 is 11 for an average.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's not great.
So three of you kind of hunkering down. You take a step forward, and the one in front of you stops. You clank into him, and then you take another step, and the one behind you runs into you. Meanwhile, Stefan, you guys turn around, you can't even see him. He went back to check out that dwarf.
And it's pitch black, so unless like Gandhi's holding one of our hands, he's lit up like a torch in the night.
Hold on a minute. Let me see. So 11.
Oh, yeah, that is true. I mean, well, I have to keep recasting the cantrip every hour, so it's just a question of whether I did that last time. I thought we were. So after the storm passed, it was night though, right? I mean, or whatever. It was darkness because of the time of day.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was dark
still
when we
nighttime.
left the town. Yeah,
Okay,
it was
all
still
right,
dark when
all
we
right.
left the town.
Yeah.
I mean, I would definitely have to have my staff lit up with at least the 40-foot.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Okay.
wouldn't
Yeah,
I? I mean, I'd have to
think
see
so.
the corpse
Listen,
and
if
everything.
your flashlight's got batteries, you use it, right? I mean,
Yeah. So I mean, I just keep casting the cantrip every hour on the staff. So
Okay, so you're lit
yeah,
up.
I would have the light now. Okay, now here's the thing: if I knew that there was something going on, I could probably cover the end of the staff with a cloak or something or whatever, something to cover the light so that I could dim
Or
it,
just drop it. Drop the spell.
or just drop the spell. Yeah, but then I'm sort of more or less blind, right?
yeah, you'll have to like hold on to dwarven
All right.
hands. A side of my hand feels like a toddler, but
What I'd rather do is cover it, the end of the staff, with something tight, and then release it when we get into combat so I can see.
I'll allow that if you want.
Okay. So I'll tie some bag or something, whatever cloth I have around the end of the staff, and
Okay.
I'll let Dent guide me up the slope with the idea I can whip off the bag when the time comes.
Okay.
you got some big hands, Gandhi.
You know
All
what
right.
they say about big hands, my little friend.
I can only imagine.
So, Indy's the only one that can understand him, right? You
Yep.
the only one to speak Goblin.
Yep.
All right, so Indy, you hear as you guys are clunking into each other, one of them shouts, "What? What was that? Right behind us! Look!"
Cheese it. It's the cops. They found us. They can hear us, I say. I think they can hear us.
And now I will switch to another map and we'll roll initiative. So don't roll it yet. Let me switch to the map first. Where is that one? I think it's this one. Let's see if I chose correctly. And I'll drop you guys in here.
Who's dragging the polar bears with the giant
Hold on a minute.
wheel turret?
Hold on a minute.
Polar Express, dude.
All right, so on this map, you may have to zoom in or out depending on where you are with your zoomage on your screen there. So a little bit of theory of the minds. I can't
is
make
that
a
a
map this big.
Is zoomage a real word? I'm not sure about that.
It is
one.
now.
Okay.
So
It's a
you
DM
guys.
word.
Oh wow, the map is
We're
somewhat.
we're
no, it's
1
not.
mile away.
Holy crap, dude.
Holy shit! Does it say 1 mile? You are
No, it's not-
120
it's not a
feet
mile, but
roughly from
it's
that group of
1,000
goblins
meters.
and a sled that they are kind of struggling to push or pull, but they're all now turned back towards your direction, facing you.
So a tenth. A
And
tenth of the.
A tenth of the whatever. Okay.
Another 120 feet beyond them, you see what looks like some kind of a makeshift large wagon being pulled by two polar bears.
Jawas.
I was just going to say it's the Jawa
That's the
caravan
Jawas.
machine. Yeah, I can't believe we were thinking the exact same thing. Crazy.
So shit, I never did put the turn meter up.
Sandcrawler.
So wait, in the bottom right-hand corner, that's actually what this looks like.
Correct.
That's what they're heading toward, right?
correct.
That's what we're about to steal from them.
We're about to steal their snowcrawler, the Jawa snowcrawler.
Damn tootin'.
Dude, I'm totally down. I feel like one of the bears could kill us all, though.
But they're just pulling the snow crawler. So if we get the snow crawler, man, we got like a mobile house for the entire campaign.
I got that for one of them. The last bullet point, Rand.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right, so how do I
Oh,
fix this
animal handling. Oh,
grid?
we're set. All
Holy
right,
shit,
we got
it says
to
one grid equals 128 feet. That's effed up. Let me fix that real quick.
Yeah, these maps
Yeah,
are.
that's why that's
these
why I
maps
said
are
it was
big
like
so
a
that you
mile
can-
away.
so that you can use them for multiple things, Brian.
So
And
if
then
I,
you can change the scale or whatever you want.
so if I change this to 5, is everything gonna like explode?
No, check it out.
No,
Try
it's
it.
just
it
the range
happens.
will be different. The range will be better.
Oh, Brian, that's perfect.
Okay,
Right
well,
there.
again, it's still a
That's the
theater of the
sweet spot.
mind. They are 120 feet away because I didn't have a map big enough for that.
We don't have a grid. Oh, there it goes. If we move our characters a little bit, you'll snap to grid. Yeah.
All right, so first off, Gandhi can't see any of that crap because he's got no dark vision.
Well, if we're 120 feet away, none of us can see it.
Did you guys roll
True.
initiative and I not get it?
Well,
Oh, not yet.
Brian, we're showing that we're like 40 feet away
I know. 'Cause
now.
I didn't want to make a gigantic map, but in
Okay.
the module it says you're 120 feet away from them,
Okay.
and they are
Okay,
another
so
120
initiative-
feet away from
No,
that.
but you could make each square 15 feet, Brian, in the map scale.
Will that work with
Oh,
everybody's
yeah, if you want
movement?
to do it.
Because you
That
guys can only
would.
move 25 feet, so I didn't think that would work out very well, will it?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
What do you mean? I can move 30.
But most
No, you
dwarves
can't.
move 25.
Yeah,
No, you can't. You filthy liar.
I can. I can move 60.
Initiative, guys.
I'm moving 60. Highlight.
Oh, I'm
again.
rocking it.
Oh, man, I clicked. Something's going on with my token. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Brian. Hold on. There you go.
Okay, everybody's in.
Get upstairs,
Okay.
boys.
See if anything else I gotta say to you. Nope. That's it.
Alvid Hussein.
All right, Stefan.
Auf Wiedersehen.
You see they're all pointed towards you. You
Oh.
see several of them grabbing some short bows. Several of them are trying to grab the sled and move it.
Wow. Okay. I'm sorry. This is the first time I've ever played a bard.
Just a
You can
spellcaster,
do
man.
all sorts of cool stuff, but typically you're just going to use some kind of ranged weapon until you're level 3 or 4.
Good to know. What? Didn't add any ranged weapons, so I'll skip this turn.
Well,
Okay.
you should. Okay.
Maybe do some movement to get closer or something.
Yeah, your big head's not that big of a target.
You could say that you delay your movement to move with the group if you wanted to. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a good idea. All right. Yeah, I'm going to delay my movement. I can kind of stay with everybody else at this point.
Okay, are you walking away from the computer as you say that?
No,
Just
I'm
pull up
sorry.
his
It's
pants,
this dang
Brian.
headset. Sorry.
Goblins really get him going.
I guess
You just
so.
got to pull up his pants.
All right, Gandhi, what you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Dent, so he gets a +2 armor class for the next 10 minutes, as long as I can concentrate. And I'm going to move. I think. Did you? Is the scale currently correct, or do I need to change it?
It's not because it's 120 feet to them, so
it's about
say double.
roughly half. Okay, so move. Okay, so 30 feet would be really 15 feet on your scale.
correct. I'm cool with
Okay.
that.
So I'm going to move up to about right here. I think it's about 15 feet from where I was after I cast. That's a bonus action. Let me see if I have an action I want to do real fast.
So are we saying this is double or triple?
Double roughly would get you close to 120 feet, wouldn't it? Well, it depends on where in the party you measure from too.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So other people are like 60 feet from the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to unmask my quarterstaff so my light shines out, so I can at least see 40 feet around
You
me.
can be a good target.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
I can draw
with that
fire.
being said, you can't even see them.
Yeah, but I know something's up because I know that I roll for initiative, so therefore I know something's up.
You can keep your head to the ground. You can follow the tracks.
Yeah, but nonetheless, I've done Shield of Faith on Dent and move forward and then unmask my staff so I can have some light to see by at least for part of the distance.
Okay.
And I think that will probably be it actually for me this turn.
Let me give you an aura of it's 20 feet of dim, 20 feet of
It's 20 feet bright and another 20 of dim. Yep.
I'm just going to give you a 40-foot aura and make sure that everyone can see it.
Oh, here I am.
Again,
But
you can't see them because technically
actually you should do a 20-foot aura.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, you're right. Thank you.
Yep.
Good call. 20
Math.
feet. There we go.
There you go. That's what I actually see.
Okay. All right.
But only super bright within 10 feet of him.
Exactly.
On the map.
On this scale, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's say for Gandhi.
Yes.
Okay. Goblins move, and you watch as they turn the sled sideways, and then all of them kind of hide back behind it.
Half cover those bastards.
If I read well, you don't know how much cover that is. I guess technically, meta-wise, you should know. It says here they get, half cover.
Oh, plus.
Somebody hit him with a
3,
fireball.
+2.
I think half cover's +2 their AC.
I think so.
Okay. And that is their turn. And Dent.
Dent is going to go just balls to the wall. He's going to just move 30 feet. I'm trying to figure out where it's at in here.
15.
You mean dash? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Double
he's going to
movement?
dash. Yeah, double for double movement.
Okay, literally 30
Right,
feet
I
on the
see
scale.
that square. I just keep losing it every time I.
Slightly outside my circle, right?
Yeah, so I was here. That was one too many. All right. I'm banging my axe on my shield. Y'all best be about to get some. Something like that, like weird non-dwarven kind of mixed goofiness. Because Rob and I haven't yet figured out how to speak like
You
dwarves.
guys need to have a session for accents.
Well, here's the thing. So Rob is Hill Dwarf, and we have a Hill Dwarf in Rob's campaign who happens to be my brother who lives in Atlanta. He's like an environmental engineer. Anyways, so he does his character Swole, right?
I'm trying to do Swedish chef like Kenny does.
Swedish chef, and he does this amazing job at it, like crazy, amazing fun. It just makes the whole thing more wonderful whenever his
Dial it in though.
And I figured okay, Rob, that's Rob's character. He's a hill dwarf. He's following suit. And then for a mountain dwarf like me, I wanted to be a little bit more harsh and more like what I've read and kind of like those books with Bruner and Canterbury and stuff like that. So.
All right, Dent. So as you make your dash towards the goblins, you will see several arrows flying towards you.
Arrow.
Arrow. Arrow. Lovely.
I hope you roll as bad as me this.
How would you like to shoot one of these in your face?
Can you get stuck with like cursed roll 20 dice on a character?
Oh shit!
The AI doesn't like you.
These are all set up for GM roll.
Well, I'll tell you what. In Jason's campaign, my bard Corum has the absolute best rolls of any roll 20 or in-person campaign of all time. Like ask Brian, he just doesn't miss. There's been like maybe 1 or 2 swings with his sword that he has missed. It's ridiculous.
Sorry guys, 1 second, because these.
Yeah, that's
sheets.
The most annoying part, Brian, is that they're all on Whisper.
All right, let's try it now. There we go.
Oh my god!
What the hell with the 19 right out the gate?
Ooh.
They got disadvantage though, don't they?
Why would they have
Or that's
disadvantage?
You got to
Because it's
toggle
ranged,
it.
and you told us we all had disadvantage on range.
Oh yeah, what is their dark vision range? They're that far, so
Should be the same as dwarves, probably, right?
You said ranged more than 30 feet was disadvantage for us at the very beginning.
Oh, and they're 40 feet away.
That was during the
Which
blizzard.
is 40, yes, yeah, 40.
Oh, that was during the blizzard. Okay.
It's not blizzarding right now.
Right.
Although blizzard is coming in though, right? But it's still
Brian, the 19 would be a glancing blow.
Okay. So, oh shit, they're not set up like me either. Okay, there, 3 piercing. Woohoo.
Okay. Wait, so glancing blow, is it half that? Is it 1 or is it?
Yeah, half of that. 1 point.
Okay.
Hey, you're level 1. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Indy, you're
It
up
would have been a
next.
full 3 points if it had.
So I'm going to
that shield.
take off and sprint after him, right behind him.
Okay. Can you go as far as Dent can? I think he's got extra 5 feet because of that feat you take, right? Dent?
I took a squat nimbleness, yeah, so I can move 60.
Indy can probably only move 50 then.
Well, I can
for
move 25
dash.
plus 25, so I'm 5. So I'm 5 behind him then.
10, but yeah. No, but 10 is 1 square.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to move 25 on this scale if you
Yeah.
dash.
That's what I did.
Perfect.
Looks good.
No, I'm saying you should be you can get one thing closer to him because it should be double.
Yeah. Yeah.
You with me? So
Yeah.
even though it says
I'm good.
5, that's actually 10 because the scale is off on this, right?
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. And then you're going to get 2 arrows at you. So pull this back up.
I don't have any cover behind Dent though with his shield of faith.
I don't think so. No.
What about my actual shield? Ooh.
So the 18 hit?
The 18 hits me.
Okay. 6 piercing. Okay. Anything else, Andy?
No, I'm less than half hit points now though.
He's bloodied.
All right, Gandhi, almost your time to shine.
They're
That's
not
right.
kobolds and they
Almost
don't
time for
have
Gandhi to
advantage.
come into his own.
Okay. No, I said I was going to move up with the group. So is it okay
As-
if I move that?
Yep, you can.
Brian,
last
yeah.
round.
Before this round, you mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
So go ahead and
For
move
the last
yourself,
round.
and you'll take 1 arrow as well because they were all prepping shots
Okay.
and
Well,
probably
I guess I
miss.
should figure out what my AC is.
What is your AC done?
It should be 11 plus 3 is 14.
All right, so glancing blow. Yeah, bards. Man, bards are rough at level 1.
So 14 is your AC.
Yeah.
Take 3 points of piercing damage.
Woo! All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my turn. And let's see. How far are we? So that's 70 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to come up here, make sure I'm within 60 feet. Oh. Well, maybe I got to come up a little bit more. But I want to hit this whole group with the fairy fire.
Oh, shit.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Is that a save for them, or what is that? Or is
Coming
it to hit
right
for
up.
you?
Dex save, I think. What's your saving throw, Don? 8
Spell
plus 3
save
plus
13.
13.
So dex saves for all these guys. You know what? This module is designed for 4 to 6. I'm gonna get rid of one of them.
Oh, dude, come on, you're fine.
Okay.
It's hardcore
Yeah.
mode.
It's all
Alright.
good.
Cool. All right then.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out. If we suck,
Gandhi's
but we
ready
got
to
3
buff,
healers.
baby.
We got 3 healers. This exhaustion thing is what's going to probably kill us. But
Spells
I
yet.
feel like we'll be a little bit more tough.
Holy shit. So DC is 14.
13.
13.
So
DC is
2 beat
13.
it.
All right. So 2 are not fairy fired, and the other 4 are. So let me give them like a different color token, just so you know. So I'll give him a tint.
Oops, sorry.
What color do you want it to be?
Oh, pink.
Pink.
Always pink. You're racist.
You're playing a
Where do you-
black character painting people pink.
Yeah, what's up with that, man?
You're right. You're right. That looks bad. No PC. No PC. Too buku.
3, and then it was the next. Oh, screw it. Just pick this one. Doesn't really matter. 4 of them are glowing. Okay.
Rage.
Okay.
Oh, I totally got to do it.
Anything else, Stefan? Stefan? CeeLo? Don?
He's done.
His turn
No,
is
no,
done.
I'm sorry. Dang it. I used to use press to talk, and now I did it press to mute so I could like sneeze and stuff. And I just had it down the whole time. Go, why can't you guys? Sorry. So yeah, I'm just gonna use the rest of my movement to back up a bit. That's it.
Okay. All right. So, wait a minute. If you got that far, oh, it was on your first move. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Gandhi.
Right.
Okay, so Gandhi's movement is 30, so he can go 15 up next to Indy. And then he's going to, sorry, I'm snapping the grid here, but he's going to get right next to Indy and do Healing Hands on Indy.
Well, he's further than 15 feet, though.
No,
Well,
I don't
right.
think so.
But here's the thing. So if he moved,
I measured
he didn't
15
double
from where I
move?
was.
before, but Indy did double move, then by him moving twice, it's just weird with the scale, Brian. But it's up to you.
I mean,
if you guys say
I
he
was
makes it, you makes it. I'm cool with that. You're level 1.
Okay. Well, I mean, based on where I was before, I was 15 feet away from Indy, which is really 30, right, on the scale, which is my movement.
You're good. You're good. I'll allow it.
Okay, all right, we're good. Okay, just making sure. All right, so I'm gonna do Healing Hands, which is a healer ability.
Yeah, we're like both 10 feet and 5 feet apart from each other. But Gandhi and Indy are probably further back from Dent than it's pictured.
Which is 1d8 plus my wisdom modifier, which I somehow
Damn.
maxed out. So now he has back up to max hit points for Indy.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Okay.
And then he's going to say, I'm here to buff you up.
That's it for Gandhi?
I think so, yes. That would be it for Gandhi.
What do you mean that's it for Gandhi? He just like restored the life.
I didn't mean it that way. Gandhi, that was awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to do on this turn? Is that better?
Thank you. Gandhi takes some bows. Yes, thank you. Indy, up those hit points, baby. I got to see that green bar maxed out.
Okay. Goblins are up again. Like, what? I guess Indy's only gonna hear that. What the fuck? Why am I glowing? Why are you glowing? What the fuck's wrong with you? Who cares? Just shoot them. And some arrows are gonna come flying. Let's do.
Then he'll pull up his shield and he'll try to throw taunts.
Yeah, first 2 are at Dent.
Oh shit!
I'm assuming only 1 hit, right?
1 did hit. Unless it's at disadvantage.
No. I don't know why it'd be disadvantage. 3 pieces. 3 pieces?
Okay.
3 piercing.
3 pieces of damage.
And then there's going to be. Let me double check, make sure he's within range, as I think he is. So let's double that. So that'd be 70 feet. These can go 80. Yep. So next 2 are going to be at Stefan for throwing that glowing shit at them. They don't like glowing. Makes the other folks make fun of them.
Ouch. Ouch.
Did both those hit?
Yeah.
Ten points of piercing damage.
He's down, dude.
He's down?
Well, he's got to be damn close. He's got 1 hit point left, probably, if not down.
All right. And then 1 goes at Indy. And then if Gandhi
Rob,
is
are you
within
here?
range. Yep, Gandhi's within range too. And last one for Gandhi.
Holy, but Jesus.
21 does hit, of course.
That 15 hit me.
15 hit you too?
Yep.
Okay, that's for
Lancing
or
or
for
regular?
Indy. That's for the first hit. Here's for the second hit.
5 piercing.
Yep.
Okay.
What's your AC, Rob?
14.
Oh, shit. Don, are you here?
I am. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, did you take 10 points of damage?
No.
No, what? How are the goblins killing us?
You got
We're not
10
even-
points of damage done.
It's those damn
Oh.
bows.
Damn.
Do you
There
drop?
we go. Yeah.
All right. You're not out. What are you talking about? We have a party of 1 barbarian and 3 healers.
I do
I'm
not
just
have
not
any
doing
healing
a good
spells.
job. What?
I don't have a healing spell.
We're supposed to have 3 healing words, and then we can survive anything
I am fucking level 1.
with healing word.
They had to make one of these goblins disappear now?
No, keep it, Brian. We're gonna figure this out.
It's not like you touched them. Well, I probably lost concentration.
I sure hope each one of you guys picked healing word besides Rob.
All right, Dent, you're up next.
All right.
Stefan just dropped next to you. Oh yeah, this
I
fairy
can
fire
help him.
concentration.
Yeah, that definitely dropped my concentration.
All right, these guys are no longer glowing.
Son of a.
Right.
All right, Brian, we might need some help. But Brian, I'm gonna do shit. You know, I can't drop my axe. I can't put away the axe while moving and pull out a light crossbow. So I got no choice. I am going to go into a rage because this makes me mad. Like my Stefan just fell to the ground. So I'm gonna hit the rage. Let me oh shit, not that one. Boom. Rage. And then I'm going to just dash because I can't get to them otherwise. And I'm gonna get like right up. I want to be right up in both these guys' business.
Okay. All right. Anything else out of Dent?
No, aside from raging and moving, he can't do anything.
Okay. Indy.
How close can I get to them, Brian, without dashing?
What,
The scale of what's going on is
the scale's
confusing to
double.
me.
Whatever the scale says, double that. That's how far away you are.
So
That's
like
It says
50
I'm
feet away.
50 feet right now.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so
that's-
I'm going to move my full 25, which is going to make me 25 feet. I'm going to leave my guy where he is so that the scale is real.
Okay, I'm cool with
for
that.
me.
Oh, that's smart. All right, so now that we're in close, we can just leave our people exactly where they are.
Well,
So I'm
The
going
other
to cast
guys.
Entangle, Brian.
okay.
I'm going to cast it in a 20-foot radius. I'm not going to include Dent in that in the original cast.
Okay.
He's going to be on the outside of it.
And that's what kind of save? Dex?
It's a Dex save,
Okay, so.
and it's a 13 spell save.
Brian, I don't know if you got any kind of like pre.
Yeah, I'll draw it after I do the deck saves here.
Fuck.
Oh wow.
4, 5, 6. All right, so
Okay, all but 2.
2 of them succeeded.
Oh.
Right?
4 of them are now restrained.
Okay, so let me draw like a little box. I
Oh,
know
hold
that.
on a second. No, they're not. It's not Dex. It's Strength.
Well, son of a bitch. Okay, so I'm gonna look at their modifiers. I'm gonna keep those same rolls. I'll just change the modifier. So instead of plus
+2,
2,
what is
it'll be
it?
-1.
Holy crap! All right, so same thing,
It's
Brian.
the same. It's still 4 of
Yeah,
them.
still
Okay.
the stack same.
Okay. I mean, is that fair? I mean, you're cool with that, right?
Yeah, no, that's
Totally
cool.
fair.
Okay. All right. So let me draw a square, if I can. Remember how to do that.
Oh no, do a circle, dude.
Oh, son of a bitch. A square is gonna be easier. So
It's a 20-foot square. It's a 20-foot square.
roughly there. You cool with that? And 2 of them are restrained, so I'll give them some tokens.
4 of them are restrained.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're correct. My fault. 1. And damn it, wrong friggin' thing. Okay, whose turn is it? Indy's?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to do while I'm going through and updating all their little tokens?
No, I don't think there's anything else I
and
can
he
do.
got hit again.
If not, Stefan, give me a death save. Okay, so the 4 that are closest to Dent are restrained. The 2 in the back, I'll say, made their saves. You guys cool with that?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, it's 1 success for Stefan. You can go ahead and mark yourself down for 1 level of exhaustion on your character sheet, Stefan.
Do I go back to 1 hit point?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
You gotta do 3 saves, right?
Okay, and now we're on to Gandhi, right?
I think so.
Okay, Gandhi.
All right. So Gandhi's going to move his movement. Oops, sorry.
What is exhaustion max 6?
Yes.
Okay. I added it as a token or whatever.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure that out.
Click the plus under resources and put max 6, and you got 1 current.
Say that again.
Brian can probably help.
What are you trying to do?
Set exhaustion as a resource, Brian. So like instead of spell slots or something, he's gonna have exhaustion, maximum of 6, current 1.
Okay, I may do that in between sessions. I'm not going to do that right now. All right, Gandhi, what are you doing?
I'm going to try to cast sleep on these guys. Let me see my circle here, though.
I want to say that's a 40-foot square, isn't it? I could be wrong. Maybe it is 20.
Oh, sleep is. I just had it open. Sorry, let me double check. It's 20 feet.
Okay.
Were you
Creatures
going-
within 20 feet of a point you choose.
Were you going to heal Stefan?
No,
What's
I'm
the
going to.
range?
I'm trying to put the range is 90 feet, so I'm good with that. I'm going to try to put the goblins to sleep. At least some of them.
Okay.
And so what I'm looking at is probably trying to decide the distance. So I can go 10 feet. I don't want to put.
You
Dent
just use
to
that same
sleep, though.
square I put in there. That's the same size as what that entangle was.
Okay. So in other words, I can cast it on that area. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Just
All
let me
right,
know
I'll
what kind
do
of save
that.
it is.
It is. Let's see. I think
Rotate.
it's a certain number of total
No
hit
save.
points.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. Here's the spell. Let me submit it.
None of them have taken damage yet, so it's just going to be random.
So it's 33 hit points total can be put to sleep, and you start with I think the highest hit point creature down. If I
No,
remember.
weakest.
Well, none of them have
sorry.
taken damage yet, so.
Yeah, you're right. It's ascending, so it's weakest up.
So that one's down. That one
And that's it
falls
for my
asleep.
spells for now.
And that's holy crap. And then this one falls asleep.
And then he's gonna say,
And-
"Sleep, my little brothers, sleep."
Yeah, so the 4 that are entangled are now sitting there asleep. Okay, anything else out of Gandhi?
I guess it's the last part of his turn. He's gonna say, "Ulutio bid you good night," and then that will be the end of his turn.
Okay. Okay, so you guys, no need for a perception check. Before the goblins go, you will see a torch light up on the top of that hill, which technically none of you guys should be able to see before because it's dark, it's nighttime, and it's beyond 120 feet. But you now see a torchlight where this person appears. If you guys see that on the map, I'll ping.
Can you? I'm not seeing a ping. Can you do it again?
Oh, I'm on the GM layer. That's why you can't see the ping. Duh.
That would do
There
it.
we go. Down here on the lower right,
Oh, okay.
you can see a
The
torch.
Jawas have woken up.
Torch being lit on top of this wagon, and you see another goblin head poking its head out. Okay. And let's see here. Stefan, give me not Stefan, Dent, give me a perception check.
Perception from Dent. Oh my God! Why'd you try to steal my awesome ass attack roll?
That's how I roll. You can hear the person up there with the torch shout something underneath, and you hear a couple shouts back, but in a language you don't understand. And you can see, just from the torchlight, the wagon kind of shaking a little bit. Like there's movement going on below.
Wait, what do you mean? Like there's movement below
The wagon is starting to kind of shake like there's someone moving around underneath below the deck.
There's people inside the wagon or goblins inside the wagon.
Dude, how did I make little purple squares all over the map?
I don't see purple squares all over the map.
That's all right. There's one there I can't get rid of. I don't know.
Okay, so the four that are asleep, they can't do anything. This one here is going to freak out and start running this direction. Yeah, running. So let me double check the measurement.
Is he restrained now?
No, the one that's not restrained. There's two that's not. So he's
all the ones that are restrained are also asleep. Is that correct?
But
correct.
Starting from a point within range, a creature in the area when you cast a spell must do this. A creature restrained can do this. Oh,
these two are not restrained.
Okay.
They did their saves.
Okay.
And this
I didn't know if they had to repeat it at the start of the next round or something.
And they are running away towards the direction of the torch. Okay. Dent, you're up next.
There's a torch in the distance. These fuckers are running off. So this guy right in front of me on the south side, he's not sleeping, correct?
They're all sleeping right in front of you and entangled.
Wait, what? I can't tell how their characters are laid out.
I laid them all down sideways to signify they're sleeping, but those are also entangled.
Yeah. All right. Well, I put my axe in the head of this one.
Okay.
Do I get advantage on that roll?
Yes, you do, because he's prone. Laying in the weeds.
It didn't really matter.
Advantage because he's entangled too.
Yeah, I know. It's like triple advantage.
And his head plops off.
That's pretty squishy if you get close to him.
This feels so weird only attacking once, doesn't it?
It does, man. It totally does. I would grab a guy and smash him twice if I could.
Okay, I'm assuming that's it for Dent then, right?
Yeah, that's it for Dent.
Okay, Indy.
So I'm going to move my 25 right beside Dent. And I am going to use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh on my Great Club, which is going to give me a D8 for the damage. Of course, I don't have that programmed in. So let's do... Oh yes, I do. Oh, I get advantage on that, so let me just roll that one more time.
Damn.
That was pretty terrible. So the 13 gives me advantage, so does that hit?
The sleeping goblin.
Oh, wow. Actually, no, they don't. Actually,
The
no.
sleeping goblin?
Hold on, I need to reduce that by 2 because he's not wearing his shield. So that'd be a glancing blow, believe it or not.
Okay, so he takes a gigantic 1 point of damage.
He's like, and he wakes up.
He's still restrained, though.
Yep. Okay. Anything else that Indy?
I'm level 1.
Okay. Oh, level 1 characters, you gotta love them.
Hey, Stefan, give me a death saving throw.
Jeez.
You having fun yet, Stefan?
They're gonna kill us. I can't believe goblins are gonna kill us.
Goblins aren't going to kill us. We have to heal that guy, and you have 3 healers in the party.
That's 2 successes.
All
All right, Gandhi.
No one took healing word. This is ridiculous.
Can I reach Stefan?
He's 30 feet away.
So that says 15 there. Is that gonna be close enough?
You know what would be a good spell?
What's your
Healing
range?
word is 30 feet.
30 is my
Yeah.
movement.
Yep.
All
can
right.
reach him
So
then.
I'm gonna get close to Stefan and do a medicine check to stabilize him and give him 0 hit points, I guess, so he doesn't have to do death saves.
Does your character have that healer's kit thing yet? Or is that not to a higher level?
The healer's kit thing starts at 2nd level.
Ah, okay.
Healing hands is a 1st level, but I already used it on Indy.
Okay. So with a healer's kit, you don't need to roll a medicine check. It's like an automatic stabilization.
Oh,
but,
okay.
But it does
then
not
yes.
heal them.
Right.
Stabilizes.
Right.
Okay.
But
Right.
okay, so I'll stabilize him automatically with the healing kit then.
Correct. Okay, and that takes
Okay.
your action. So, Stefan, no more death saving throws for you, but you are still unconscious.
Okay.
Okay?
Wipe clean successes.
You're real far away from your mic again.
Yep.
Oh, you said coming?
Yeah. I said, did I?
There you go.
Can I clear my successes then?
Yeah, that's fine. But you still have
Okay.
1 level of exhaustion.
Yep.
Okay?
How do you get rid of the 1 level of exhaustion? A long rest
Or restoration, yeah.
or restoration? Okay.
Yeah,
No,
at this
it's gotta
level,
be
it's
greater.
sleep.
Dude, it's a level 4 or 5 spell to
Okay.
get rid of 1 level of exhaustion.
I
And
need Indy.
Gandhi's gonna rub Stefan's bald head and say, "Sleep well, my fair prince."
That was
Sorry,
awesome,
couldn't resist
Gandhi.
it.
Is there anything else you'd like to do in your turn? All right.
That's it for Gandhi for now.
Okay, so I need Indy and Dent. Give me a perception check. Okay.
Damn you, Brian.
Indy doesn't hear shit. Dent, you didn't see this before because they were too far away, but you can hear the growl of something big up by that where you saw the goblin holding a torch.
Is it over like this way?
Is it the polar bears?
You can't tell exactly where it is, but the sound is originating up by that wagon where that thing is holding the
Wait,
torch.
like all right up here?
No, up here where that you saw the
Down
torch.
here. Down here.
Oh, wait, this is a different wagon?
That's a different wagon.
They've got the sled, and then they have
Dude, I've been thinking this was the wagon
That's the
that
sled.
was pictured down here the whole time.
Didn't you hear us talking
No.
about the Jawas and the sand crawler? This is like the snow crawler right down here.
All right, so they're coming to salvage the sled. All right, that we're supposed to salvage.
Correct.
Got
This
it.
is a
Keep up
sled.
with the Star Wars analogies here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, Mandalorian all the way.
Okay.
Hey, that's starting up again. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, sorry.
I finally finished it. So
It's okay.
yeah, go ahead.
All right. So you hear that Dent, some large beast growling almost like they're fighting. Okay.
Andy, did you hear the large beast growling to the southeast?
Okay. And this dude with a torch is going to shout something in Goblin towards these two running towards it, and then it's going to disappear underneath, and the torch goes out.
So that goblin can't see what's happening, though, right? Because it's like 110 feet away from him.
Well, that's what you think, yes.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I'm not the DM. I will be quiet now.
Okay, this goblin is going. Okay, this one's now awake because it took a hit, and when it's entangled, he can either attack with disadvantage or try to break free. Right? I think that's how entangle works.
Restrained. So restrained is a vicious condition. I don't know if he can
Oh,
attack.
they have to use their turn to make another strength saving throw to get out of it.
Okay, they can't make an attack with disadvantage instead.
I don't. It's not like grapple. I
Can
don't
do
think they can attack.
Yeah, they can do that.
No, he's going to try to break free.
Oh, it can attack, Brian. No, it can.
yeah, but
Disadvantage.
he's not going to try to attack. He's like, oh, see all his friends next to him that are dead. He's assuming he's going to try to break free. What was the DC?
13.
All right, so he's going to break free then, and then he's going to start clambering over top of his buddies there. So go ahead and take an opportunity attack if you want.
Smadoosh.
Oh, damn, 6. You chop his leg off as he crawls over his buddy.
That's
And
ready
he's
for
dead.
that one.
Okay, and these two are going to continue sprinting that direction. I'd say by this point they're probably out of your vision. You can't see them anymore. So let me put them in the GM layer since you can't see them.
Oh man, yeah, they are. They're like 5 and 10 feet out.
Okay.
They've disappeared into the gloomy snow.
Okay, Dent, you're up next. What are you gonna do?
Can you dispel the weeds, laddie, so I can get in there and smash some heads?
Trapped in them, it's just difficult terrain. It only grabs them on cast.
Let me try anyways. All right. He'll actually he's just gonna step on this one's head.
As your attack, or just hold him down? What are you saying?
No, just as its movement, like just literally wants to step on that one's head as he tries to cleave another one. Oh, but it is with advantage, so
Oh, there you go. That's a glancing
maybe
blow.
we can take the first damage, Brian.
Oh no, I forgot. It's at -2, so that is a hit. So, all right, he takes damage. He's like, oh, yeah, and he starts waking up, but he's not dead. And the other one wakes up as you step on his head.
No, the other one I stepped on was already dead.
That was a corpse.
Oh, that one. Okay, I thought you meant this one
Yeah.
right here. My fault. Misunderstood.
No.
Okay. All right. So this was the one you were attacking,
sorry.
though, right?
No, this was, but that's all right. If you took off the damage, I can switch.
No, I'll swap them around like that. There we go.
There you go.
Okay. That's it for Dent's turn.
That's it for Dent.
Okay, Indy.
Okay, I'll take a step forward, and I'm gonna smack this one here. Which one is awake?
This one.
One
Okay,
right
so
in
I'm
front
gonna
of Dent.
smack the one that's awake already. Well, I'm gonna smack,
Nice.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
smack the
smack.
other one that's awake.
Yeah, there's
I
no
believe we
point.
call that a bonk.
He's dead.
Not awake anymore.
Like
I'm gonna
loses
give
part of his
Indy
head
a
and his
fist
ear.
bump.
That's it for Indy.
Yep.
Okay, Stefan, you're alive, but no death saves. Can't do anything on your turns. You're unconscious. Don's having a blast this time, I bet.
This is awesome.
Gandhi.
He's gonna move forward. Well, can he give any hit points back to Stefan through his medicine ability? I'm trying to remember how that works exactly.
Not unless you have the healer's kit feat.
Feet. I have medic feet. Is that what you're talking about? UA feet. I don't see anything in here about. Let me see though. Let me check it. It just says I gain proficiency in medicine, extra wisdom.
No, so
and then
healer feat would give you hit points with a healing.
With the
Kit.
healer's kit, yeah.
But that's like a feat
think
that you
it's-
would take at level 4, not a feat that you'd start with.
Right, but I think his special class gets that at a higher level.
Oh,
What I'm
okay.
saying is that the healer kit extra hit point thing starts at second level is what I have here,
Ah, okay.
where you can use healer's kit to tend a creature and restore 1d6 hit points. That feat.
Yep.
Or whatever that ability. Yeah,
Right.
that's second level, so I
Okay.
don't have that yet.
Yeah, so if you don't have any kind of healing spells or anything, then no.
I can't do anything to give him hit points back now.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'm out of mana, so I don't have any more. Let me see what cantrips I got. I don't think anything like that.
Poor Stefan. You'll be dragging him back on the sled.
That's what the sled is for, man.
Okay,
Okay. And 0 hit points is still unconscious, correct?
correct.
Okay. All right. I'm going to move then closer to what's going on. Let me see how far I can move.
Don, I'm going to whisper to
Okay.
you how long you got to wait before you wake up.
I think I can move to about right here, roughly. And yeah, I'm just going to hang tight.
Okay. And here's some more roaring and some more shouting and goblin. Indy, you hear the goblins kind of saying, how do I word this? You hear one distinct voice telling the rest of them to hurry up, get them going now. And then you hear a growl and a yelp. And that's it. Okay. Let me switch to GM layer. Okay, Dent, you're up next.
Okay. Un momento, por favor. Let's see. Wonder what Dent's gonna do. Smash! Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's dead. I
Sweet.
think he's dead. It'd be nice if I get on the right layer. Yeah. Split his head in half as well.
All right. Dent is going to just tear off, running. He's got 30 feet, so I guess that's only 15. Is that right?
Correct.
All right. So that puts it right about here, I think.
That's
Yeah.
close enough. I'm good with that.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
That's it.
Right. And Indy.
All right. What are we doing here, Rand? Are we running after the bad guys?
Get that snow crawler. We need it.
Dent is.
We're going down to the bottom corner. Is that where we're running?
He's running.
Dude, if we can capture that thing, we can go anywhere in the Icewind Dale area and be safe, right? Because it's like a rolling, heated house.
Did you sprint, Dent, or did you just run? Oh no, because you attacked.
Yeah.
And that's real distance from us, Brian?
No, it's still half distance.
Or double to get, double the number.
Whatever
on
your
the screen.
distance says, it's twice as that because it's 120 feet away is where that thing was.
Well, I can't get there, and my armor class is not high enough for me to lead.
And it's still out of your vision as well.
Yeah.
You're just going by sight or by sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it for me. I'm gonna stick with Dent. Him and I'll go in together.
Okay. So your dark vision is 60 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a perception check with disadvantage because this is right on the edge of your vision.
For who?
For I'll say Indy. Okay. You don't see it, but you can hear the creaking of a wagon as it seems to be like pulling away. You can hear the growls of some large beast still, like they're pissed off.
Oh, that's the polar bears that are. Oh, okay. I had just assumed there was another Yeti. There was a Yeti coming after us.
Okay.
All right.
Again, you haven't seen the polar bears.
So can I tell from? Can I tell what those growls are coming from? Having lived here for quite some time and having perception and having proficiency with nature.
Well, since you just made a perception roll, I'll let you make a nature roll, but it'd be disadvantage's turn to see if you can determine if you know what kind of sounds are making those.
Take that
Is
as
that
a no.
a chipmunk? What is that?
Like a woolly horse.
Caw! I think it's a crow, guys. I think it's a crow.
All right, Stefan, you're still unconscious. Shit. Gandhi?
Okay, Gandhi's gonna. I guess why not? He'll dash down to probably even with Dent would be his dash distance, about right there maybe. And
Hold on a minute.
yeah,
Let me double check that. That's going to be 60 feet. Okay, all right, so you're going to dash all the way down there.
Yeah,
All right,
so
so
exactly.
you can give me a
30.
perception check as well when you get to that point.
Okay, sure.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, take that. All right.
So from that standpoint, you can see the back of the wagon as it's pulling away from you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna yell out. They're getting away. They have a. I guess wagon is the right word. They have a big wagon. They're getting away, my friends.
And you also see a bloody stump of something in the snow right there as well.
Okay.
Okay, that's it for Gandhi's turn.
Yep.
Okay. No need for a roll perception. You guys hear more growling back and forth And then Gandhi, you see like the back of the wagon kind of lurch, and then kind of lean to one side, and then crash back down on its tire again. And
Okay.
then you hear some more shouting in Goblin. Indy, you hear cussing by one particular goblin. And then you all see a torch kind of on the other side. You can see like a wagon wheel is through the torches. So it's on the other side of the wagon wheel of a torch, now on the outside of the wagon.
And the distance, Brian, you said is just on the outside, just at the outside edge of our 60-foot range?
Well, since the torch is there, your range doesn't matter.
Okay.
You can see a torch being on the other side of the wagon. You can kind of make out the wagon wheel with the torch on the other side. Does that make sense? Yes?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Switch to GM layer. Okay. Dent, you're up next.
All right. I don't really like leaving Stefan just laying there in the snow.
You
But-
can shout at Gandhi to drop back if you want.
No, he's definitely not going to do that. Yeah, I think we got no choice but to
You should see how I feel about it.
skirt the edges. Brian, I am just going to run onto the edges of the ice here, raging, flipping mad.
Okay.
Wait, I was totally moving that from Indy, but that's all right. I forgot. We're both dwarves.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Stefan's a snack. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, shit. I was like, they're not really going to
Wait,
leave him there, are
really?
they?
Really?
Oh man.
Well,
All
I think it's
right.
obvious we don't need 3 healers.
Actually, if we had 2 healers with healing word,
Then you
we
would
would
be
have
up.
been fine.
Yeah. Stefan would be back up again.
Okay, so what's Dent doing? Charging up there?
Yeah, Dent's just charging, flailing, trying to draw fire from his teammates so that they can maybe have a chance to escape.
All right, so these are technically on the other side, so let me move them around because they turn the wagon around the other way.
Wait.
So I'll put them right here. You can now see them, the polar bears that were pulling the wagon. And you can see the other goblins are on the other side of the wagon as there's a bigger goblin than the rest of them that is setting the wagon on fire.
Wait, this wagon on fire?
The wagon you're now closest to.
Why is he setting it on fire?
I don't know. I can't answer that for you.
He doesn't want us to have it. We have to put it out and save it.
So,
All right, so they're all right there.
well, I'm going to move them a little bit farther away because they're not right on top of the wagon anymore, but they're all on this side of it.
Are the polar bears cut loose from the wagon? Is that what you said?
The polar bears are still attached to the wagon.
Oh, they're still attached, and the wagon's on
Yeah.
fire.
I'm going to stay away from the polar bear mouth and claw.
All right, anything else,
They had
Dent?
That is it for Dent because that's all Dent can do is move twice.
Okay. All right, Indy.
Now, Brian, you're not using the special rage rules, are you?
The special rage rules, or if you don't attack or get hit, you lose it. That's not special.
Those are the normal rage rules. The
That's
special rage
that
rules
is right.
don't say that.
So if you didn't get hit, you didn't attack. You lost it, bud.
Oh my gosh.
Now he wants a nap.
Okay, Andy, what are you doing?
No, I don't.
So
I
the
don't
fact
think
that
it's
Dent is
exhausted.
25 away from me really means he's 50 away from me?
Correct. Because he dashed
Is
up
he
there.
as close to them as he's supposed to be?
Yes,
So he truly is 15 feet away from them.
sure. I'll roll it that way.
Okay.
Because they were just trying to turn the wagon around, meta-wise. They finally got turned
Right.
around, and you don't know what happened, but now they're like abandoning ship.
So I can move 15 is half? 12 and a half? Where do you want me to?
15 would be
Move 15 is fine.
or-
I'm cool with that. I know you can only move 25, but move 15 would be like 30. I'm cool with that.
I guess it would be that. I don't know where. I don't know. It's not snapping. There we go.
but now they would be like 45 feet or something.
They're all on the ground right now.
Yes, on the other side of the wagon.
Can he see any of them?
You can see like legs and bits and pieces of them, so they're going to have like 3/4 cover.
So how far away am I from them right now, Brian? Am I real distance away from them? 45.
Yeah, let's make
right
it real
now?
distance. Let's make it simple.
All right. So I am going to cast Entangle again.
Okay.
And I'm going to drop it so that it entangles as many of the goblins as I can in one entangle.
What's a
I
20
don't
foot, right?
know that I want to anger the polar bears.
Okay, so I'll roll. You can get all of them in 20 feet. I'm cool with that. All the goblins. So it's strength saves. Make sure I do it right this time.
Yep.
So 3 of these. Jeez. Yay! And then, do I have his character sheet up? I
Or
don't.
goblin boss or something?
Yeah. He's not much stronger. I clicked on it, but nothing happens. Oh, damn it. He set up the GM. Let me switch it.
He failed, didn't he, Brian?
Why did they do that? What kind of DMs are going to do all of the rolls to themselves?
That's an interesting roll, Brian.
like I cheated. Yeah, I cheated for that. Yes.
That is
You're welcome.
very handy that he got a 20.
What makes you funny, but I got an 18 as my roll, so.
Oh, okay. I believe you then.
All right, so these 3, let me draw another little square. I'll just put it around them just so we have a visual representation of who's entangled. You cool with that?
Yeah, and the goblin boss is still in difficult terrain.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
So he's not restrained, but he's in difficult terrain.
Yep. Okay, I'm cool with that. All right, who's up now? Is it for Andy?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Stefan, hanging out there.
Yep, about to get at.
Okay.
Polar bears having initiative is not a good thing.
The
Behind us?
Yeti dives into the snow and disappears. Okay, Gandhi.
This was not written for 4 level 1 characters.
Oh, it was. This is hardcore mode, and you guys. Never mind.
This is horror mode.
I would have voted for Meat Grinder, don't get me wrong.
So if I dash, I can get back to here. Or down to the polar bear encounter. I think my pacifist would.
Guys, there's no Yeti. I just did that just to freak you guys out. There's no Yeti.
That was us.
Make you guys feel bad for leaving Stefan in the snow.
Wait a minute now. It looked like there's a Yeti there. He disappeared, so you can't tell me there's no Yeti.
Brian, his experience from this encounter is all mental, like fighting with death and coming back and the resurrection of Christ.
I'd like to point out that there's only 2 of us fighting these goblins, so
But there's only 4 goblins total left.
yeah, but one of them's a boss.
That's
and
all right.
2 polar bears, which may or may not fight you.
And you guys all would know. This is common knowledge. You try to take on one of those polar bears, you're gonna freaking die.
Yeah,
Yeah, no polar.
that's why
no
I
fighting
didn't
polar
want
bears.
to entangle the polar bears.
The polar bears are still attached to the wagon, though, right? Just to be clear.
They're over there.
They are in their harnesses. Yes.
And
But the wagon is burning.
So we need to put the wagon out first off, or at least
Kill the goblins.
Yes. Kill the goblins.
We need to do.
Worry about wagon fires. Don't get eaten by polar bears. Those are your 3 directives.
But the
in
wagon
order of
fire is
precedence.
going to spur the polar bears to break out of their harness, probably, right?
Or run with the wagon.
Or run away with
Most
the
likely
wagon.
run
Yeah.
with the wagon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking. I'm not sure what I can do with the. Well, okay, I could grapple, I suppose.
You don't have another heal for us, I guess, eh?
Say again.
You don't have any more heals for us?
No, unfortunately, I don't until we get to a until combat ends, and then I can heal everybody up pretty quick after combat with my medic ability. But
It's
it
been
has to
so
be during
long
the short rest.
since we were at level 1.
All right, Gandhi, go. You got to choose, man.
All right,
6
look,
seconds.
Gandhi's gonna dash down to you guys and help you out, I guess.
Okay.
He can at least grapple, and he can't kill anybody, but he can grapple and subdue people, maybe neutralize them.
Cool.
Hold them.
Hold them.
Somebody
Yep.
else can kill them.
Help us.
No, he won't help you kill someone, but he'll
He used the
grapple
help
them.
action for us to use non-lethal.
Yeah,
Until
non-lethal.
he's unconscious, and then
Non-lethal
we
is
can-
okay, but yeah, okay.
Okay, that's
I
it for
think that's
Gandhi?
all I can do then. I just dashed, and that's my action. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
Brian, from now on, I want a non-lethal smash him in the face with my axe. I plan to like bury the shaft only half deep instead of all the way.
Okay, but it's not your turn yet.
I know, I'm just joking.
Oh. How far away are they from you, Dent?
The polar bears are like 100 feet.
No, they're not.
You told me everything was real distance from where we are.
Yep, they are. There's real distance. So you see this one back here kind of reach behind him and swipe at the, I guess, what do you call them, the reins or whatever that hold him. And he breaks them free.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm going to do this out open.
Why has he waited this long?
They've been trying to break free this whole time. No one bothered to ask what they were doing. Okay, I'll do this out in the open. Okay, even. No, I'm gonna make it 3 numbers, D6. So 1 and 2, they run away. 3 or 4, they go towards the goblins. 5 or 6, they go towards Dent. Oh shit!
Oh boy.
This way, polar bears. This
I don't
way.
know. I don't know if they would go for Dent. Dent hasn't done anything to them, and this goblin boss has been beating them for days.
I'll give you one more. D4.
No, come on.
No, it's fine. He makes a valid point. So if it's even, then he doesn't. He runs away. If it's odd, he's still going for Dent.
Oh, wow.
The power of logic.
And he's running away into the night. But he did turn towards Dent, roar, some spittle made it over to Dent, and then it turned around and ran off.
So that counted as keeping my rage active, right? Because that was pretty intimidating.
You lost it last round. Did you
That's
engage it
a fun
again?
round, son.
All right, Goblin Boss. The wagon is now on fire, and he's gonna dash away. So roughly 60 feet.
What?
What a coward.
And
Now
every
it's a
goblin
boss.
can run 90 feet, Brian. We all know this.
That's what goblins do.
Oh, can they?
Yeah, they really can.
Oh, I didn't have the Goblin Boss up. Let me see. Well, I'll take your word for it. Okay, 90 feet.
It's impossible for us to catch them if they run.
Okay. Technically, it would be 45 feet.
Nara could do it.
Nara could do it.
Okay. Those goblins are also going to... Oh, they're entangled. So it's their action to try to break free, right?
Yep.
Strength. They're so strong. Hey!
Oh, one of those guys.
Fail.
is strong.
So one of them broke free. And then
He can move 15 feet.
Yep.
Or 30.
Nope. 15 because he's in difficult terrain.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'll say you can just get just outside of the entanglement. Okay? All right, and that's it for their turn, because the rest of them are all dead. Dent. You can see the other polar bear trying to do the same thing, trying to break free.
Yeah, I'm going to move down to this one right here on the outskirts of the vines. Trying to skedaddle out of the way of that polar bear.
Okay.
Why are you struggling? Let me help you.
You get advantage when they're restrained, or they just can't move when they're
Yep.
restrained? I always forget that.
No, it's advantage when they're restrained.
Okay. It's like, ow! It wasn't very nice.
And then I'm gonna move another 5.
Okay. Indy.
That's it.
All right. I'm going to move my 25 feet. I'm going to whip out my sling. And I'm going to sling this one.
Damn! Look at you guys.
Technically, I've got advantage, so let me...
Oh,
What?
What?
That was sick, dude.
So you're kind of struggling,
Suck on
trying to
that.
break the vines off its arm, and then smack! Rock hits it right in the eyeball, and the eyeball explodes, and the rock
your
goes into his
sling
head.
you just invented a 30-06 right there with your
That's
sling.
how my paladin died at level 1. Flipping slings, man.
Okay. Any movement left or anything, Indy?
No, I've moved my 25.
Okay. None of you guys see this.
Yeti, another Yeti.
So I gotta just kind of talk about what happens here.
Oh, there is a Yeti, you liar.
So a hand reaches up out of the snow,
What?
grabs
You are such.
grabs a hold of Stefan, and drags Stefan under the snow.
All right, so you're gonna be like a plate mail wearing fighter next time, right, Don?
Yeah, how's that Bard experience working out for you?
It's awesome.
Okay, Stefan. I'll make us out in the open. So you're unconscious. So do you even recognize any of this? No, you don't. You're unconscious. Never mind. I can't even tell you what's going on.
You have a lightsaber, Stefan? Because when you wake up hanging upside down, I know what you should do.
And Brian, if something bites into his leg, he probably wakes up, right?
I don't think if you're unconscious, you can't be aroused up. you just die. Okay, Gandhi.
Gandhi's going to
What
move
a heartless bastard.
back towards Stefan. And I think that was a dash, actually. I think I measured that out as a dash.
Indy, our hero seems to be leaving us again in the thick of battle.
Sorry, bro. You're on your own.
Okay.
I think that's all I can do.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, I see your
Okay.
private message. Hold on to that for a second.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. So, that polar bear, you can see him, Indy, fighting with that harness. He can't break free, but it's kind of jerking the on-fire wagon closer towards him. But that's all he can do. Farther away, 45. 45 for that one. The other two are dead. So
Put out
unless
the
you guys
fire.
are going to give chase, those two are probably going to get away.
Oh, Brian, I'm dropping my battle axe and I'm pulling out the light crossbow, buddy.
Okay, so they are. The boss is 90 feet away from you, and the other goblin is 45 feet away from you. So you can't even see the
45
one.
feet.
Okay, you can't see the 90-foot one. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, something tells me it's not enough to put him down, but that was still cool. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
In your campaign, that puts shit down.
Yeah, that goblin's dead, but the other one is.
Yes.
But the other one is outside of your range of vision.
Okay.
That's what happens when you put one through the eyeball.
Okay.
I'm going to spin around and look at the polar bear. Try to. Indy, watch out for that polar bear.
All right, Indy, your turn.
Is that polar bear friendly to me? Is he angry at me?
You look like he's
I
pretty
haven't
pissed off at the
attacked him
wagon.
yet. So I'm looking for the definition of what that polar bear is. Is that polar bear a friendly beast or not a friendly beast?
Give me I don't think it's nature or animal handling. I guess I'm gonna make it animal handling. That bear looks pretty pissed off. I would not go near it if I were you.
I'm gonna run away. Run away! Away!
Know what you're doing?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to chase the goblin boss. He's a big wuss and is 90 feet away from me.
How bad is the fire on the wagon?
It's about half of it is engulfed right now.
Oh, so
Like
it's
I could do
it's
anything
going up.
about it, even if it was not. If it was, I mean,
Yeah.
I got
I
no
didn't know if
bucket.
it
I left
wasn't
my
that
hose.
bad.
I left my hose back in Bryn Shander.
If it wasn't that bad, you could throw snow on it or something. But if it's half the wagon, no way.
Yep. It's been like 2 rounds, I think, since he first said it. Okay.
So I'm going to move that 25, and then I'm also going to move another 25.
Okay. All right. So, Stefan, you feel like this warm liquid going down your throat, and then you open up one eye, and it's pitch black, but you have dark vision, right?
Yep. Yep.
You can see a bunch of white fur all around your face, and then this giant nipple is in your mouth.
He's getting breastfed by a Yeti.
Yes.
And it's one of its
All
giant
right.
clawed hands is kind of like stroking the back of your head as you come to.
Oh boy.
You look
gotta
with
be
your
worth
other
it,
eye.
right?
You can't.
Magic Yeti milk.
It's just pitch black. It's like you're in a cave or something. All you can see is the Yeti. Okay, Stefan, what are you doing?
I'm gonna let it take over. Let's get some.
God, that's disgusting. All right, so you've got 1 hit point.
You've seen my card, right?
No, I haven't. I didn't never look at it. I saw your text, but you didn't play it, right?
Well, I didn't know if I should, but if I don't need to, I won't.
Well,
So
it's your call. I haven't seen
yeah.
it.
No, this is great.
Okay.
This totally plays into that card.
I'll have to look at it later then.
Yeah, that's why it's perfect. That's why I thought you were playing.
No, I didn't even read your card.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, that's
Gandhi.
perfect for that card.
Gandhi, you still can't see
okay.
Stefan because you're too far away, I think, even with your dark vision, to see where he was.
Well, I don't have dark vision. I just have the light staff.
That's right.
But I think I can dash to about right here if I do dash.
Okay, so
Because
just
we're back out
beyond...
to the double. We're double scale now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that was about 60 feet from where I was before. So
Okay.
I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Okay. One more time. Nope, he's still struggling with that harness. Can't get the damn harness off.
Somebody cut him loose.
Okay. He's gone. He's dead. Okay, Dent. You giving chase or you heading back?
Dent's gonna head back. I'm gonna head to that side of the wagon. I'm gonna stay away from the polar bear. Kind of like lock eyes with it, and then I'm gonna try to bust its harness.
Okay. Give me an attack roll. Really?
Yeah,
you're too busy watching the polar bear and you just whiff on the harness.
That's a crit fail for the first.
Oh wait, that was just my practice swing.
You only get 1 attack though.
as he chops his own foot off.
Okay, Indy.
Back to see how Stefan was, but he's got this mythical Yeti nursing going on.
I knew this was a horror module.
Yeah, exactly. If I had known that that's where that was going, I may be helping Dent cut the ropes, but I'm too far away now. I don't know. So it's just the polar bear that's there, and we can no longer see the goblin captain, the goblin
Correct.
boss, right?
Correct.
Well, I'm just going to be a moron and just run back and forth like an idiot.
Which direction?
5. Okay. So I've done a sprint back to assist a Dent with whatever I can assist him with.
Okay. So you sprint, so you can't really do anything else. Okay.
Dashed. No, I dashed.
All right, so This is totally me pulling shit on my ass. Give yourself another hit point, Stefan, as
All right.
more pump of warm breast milk gets poured into your mouth and it continues to stroke the back of your hair. Ah!
This is still where you pull out the lightsaber and deal it a blow.
All right, Stefan, what are you going to do?
What do you want me to do? I'm going to continue to enjoy this.
You're going to milk this, right?
Yes, for everything.
Ba-dum-bum. Okay, Gandhi.
All right.
He's
I'm
under
gonna
the
try to
snow,
get
by
up.
the way. You can't see him.
I'm going to try to get up close to where last place I saw him and do a perception check, or what?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see like drag marks, like it disappear like into the snow. There's sort of like somewhat of a makeshift, like a hole was there, but then it like collapsed on itself.
Can I dig down into the snow and get some sign of where he went?
Yeah, as long as you didn't dash to that spot. Yeah, you can
No, I
start
think
digging.
I think that was a regular movement because it was only 15, which would have been 30. So I should still have an action left.
Okay. Yeah, you can start digging. Give me a perception roll, another one, with disadvantage as you're digging.
Okay.
Okay. And Stefan, do the same thing with disadvantage.
Perception.
Yes. Because you're somewhat distracted by this giant teat in your mouth. Okay,
He
very
really
good.
likes that milk.
Okay.
Stefan's like, leave
Hey!
me alone. Come back later.
See him reach up a paw and swipe at it. Okay, dude, it's out in the open. Okay, only on a 6 is he going to go after Dent.
You mean Gandhi? Oh, we're back to the bear. Sorry.
Back to the bear. Yep. And he takes off the other direction. Okay. So let's round of combat. Technically, the polar bear is the only one that really threatened you. Well, maybe at this point. So let's keep going. Dent, what are you doing next?
Can I throw some snow on this sled? Is it salvageable or is it all screwed up?
It's about half to 3/4 in flames right now. You throwing snow on it's probably not gonna make a difference.
Do I think if I needed to relieve myself?
Can you salvage anything from it, Rand?
You're welcome
I
to
don't
jump
know.
into the fire and see if you can find anything in there.
Yeah, my guy's not smart, but he's not that dumb.
I don't know that you have to jump into the middle of the flame to look around.
Yeah.
You could look around. You could look around from the outside a little bit.
Yeah, on the side that's not burning yet.
Right. Don't jump in it to look around, Rand.
Please jump in.
I want to make sure there's no like people in
there.
there or something.
All right, so you're trying to
Didn't you
peer
say we
through the
heard screaming or
cracks.
something?
I'm sorry?
Didn't you say we heard screaming?
You heard arguing from down below when the goblin boss was up top with a torch,
Oh, okay. Never mind.
basically barking orders at the ones that were below.
Okay.
I mean, the wagon itself is probably about 20 foot tall. It's like a big box, big square, 20 by 20 by 20.
There's no Javas in it, right? No Jawas, I mean?
I don't know. He hasn't jumped in the fire to see.
Okay. You see their red eyes.
I'm not going to jump in the fire.
All right, so you're just peering like through the cracks, see what you can see,
Yeah,
right?
he's just looking. Go ahead.
Okay, give me a perception roll. Oh, very nice. Shit, now I gotta look something up. Hold on. Okay, so you're on the lower deck. So you kind of peer through the flames and a couple of the cracks. There's like arrow slits on the side. You can assume they're arrow slits, but they're engulfed in flames. And from this standpoint, all you can see is like a bunch of like straw mats. You can see like some spears, maybe a couple crossbows, but you don't see anything of significant value.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Indy. Where was Indy going? Oh, he was running back over here to help Dent. Anything in particular Indy's doing?
No, I was going to help him see if we can catch the polar bear, but the polar bear left, so I don't need to worry about that anymore.
Okay.
Hey, Dent, is there anything we can do here? Or is there anything that we could do here?
It doesn't appear salvageable. The fire is
Okay.
claiming too much of it.
Let's go see if we could get some of that milk.
God.
He doesn't know what
Right.
you're talking about, but
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. All right, so Stefan.
Yeah, because that happened. That was an unconscious fever dream.
Stefan, it grabs you by the back of the head. Well, actually, like 2 fingers are around your head, and the other 2 fingers like around your neck. And it pulls you away from its teat, and it kind of thrusts you up through the snow. And Gandhi, you can see Stefan's head now sticking through the snow with like a giant furred, clawed hand wrapped around his head. And then the hand recedes back into the snow.
All right.
And we are out of combat. All right, so what are you guys doing next?
Search the sled.
Okay, let me pull up my notes. This
Which I
is,
presume is hopefully full of iron ingots.
yeah, this is the sled you guys were looking for.
These are not the
So,
droids we're looking for.
And those should, I mean, if it's just the sled going up, we should be able to. Oh, that was the other sled.
There's the wagon and there's the sled.
yeah, the
If we
wagon
could
is now on
hitched
fire.
the polar bear to the sled, that would have been sick, dude.
We might just have to hook Dent and Indy to the sled and have them pull it back.
Okay, so the sled you know weighs 300 pounds. If you guys start inspecting all the iron ingots that are in here, you guys can guesstimate there's another 600 pounds of weight just in the ingots. So,
That's a lot of weight to drag back.
well, because your drag or push weight is like double whatever your carry weight is. So, this says it takes 4 goblins to move it anywhere. So, I'll say the 4 of you guys can also push or pull it at half speed.
The Goliath is like 7 foot and counts as large for pushing and pulling,
Oh,
right?
that's right. It does
That
double
is
your
correct,
speed.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I count as one size larger when doing carrying capacity, weight you can push, etc.
So that would make it you still to double. So instead of 1 person, you're 2. So that makes 5 people instead of 4. It'll cut some of your time, but not a whole lot.
Oh, gotcha.
Just
Oh,
did
wow.
quick math there because it's 5 people now instead of 4, essentially pushing. Right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what else is in there?
Or let's just do it. And Wayne, why did you write fetish yetis twice? That's exciting. You're excited about that.
I just wanted to make sure the point was driven home about this interesting new type of Yeti.
I did read fetish yetis. Fetish yetis.
I mean, it rolls off the tongue, yeah? Definitely should be added to the monster manual.
Yeah. Maybe make a website on it. Fetish Yetis.
I'll do that.
Yeah. So other than finding like some,
I'm actually going to go and like reserve that domain name right now just for that.
You can do the .ca one for Canada as well.
Oh, you're right. I could do that. .ca. Yeah, forgot about that.
yeah. So other than the ingots,
Are we back in
you can
town
get
yet?
like some cheap short bows and some cheap short swords from the goblin corpses. If you guys wait a while, you can probably salvage through what may be left out of that burning wagon. But
Yeah, I
it's in
think
flames
we
now.
We should have a long rest. Maybe we could do that in front of that wagon.
Yeah, exactly.
If we do
Stay
at least
warm.
a short rest, I could heal everybody up.
I think I'm at 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, you need a long rest
to get
then.
rid of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what disadvantage on skill checks.
Yeah.
So this burning wagon is like a beacon in the night. You're pretty sure
Oh,
that
I
this
see.
can be seen. Man, it's not, that blizzard is coming closer. Let's say now it's like, I don't know, 45 minutes away. I'll say this only took like 15 minutes for this whole fracas. But the blizzard is on its way.
All right.
So
Well, if there's a blizzard on the way, then maybe we should start when it catches up to us. We make another cave,
Maybe we should
and then we
start
take our
digging.
long rest in
Maybe
that.
we should start digging now.
All right,
Yeah.
that would, just far enough away from that beacon that we
Okay.
don't get caught up in any of that.
Well, you got a
The
nice
wagon,
little
you mean?
tunnel that's already started here right next to you if you want, Stefan.
The
Oh,
Yeti
yeah.
tunnel. The Yeti milk tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I don't want to metagame too much, but I'm assuming one of you guys are going to eventually go back and look at that dead body.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Gandhi would go and actually try to bury it or cover it up and give it some final rest.
Okay.
Actually, Stefan was one. He wanted to go first. I was wanting to go and do a.
That's
Ritual
true. He
on
did
it.
say that.
Yeah, so Gandhi and Stefan can go back and check the body out if you want, while the other guys stay with the wagon and the sled.
Oh, well, I was hoping to go alone, but
Jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gandhi's definitely going to try to do some sort of burial for the body.
okay.
Okay. What's Stefan's plan with the body?
Stefan was going to
Desecrate?
Stefan's
No,
playing the
no.
role of Vigor here.
and what? He was going to do this.
Going to see if there's anything good there secretly.
Nuh-uh.
You said it. You said it the first time. I'm going to secretly do this.
All right, I usually don't play these type of characters. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let me see if there's anything left on him.
I take offense to the fact that you think a bard automatically cheat.
All right, so now to get a better look, both of his arms are missing. His entire gut has been ripped out, and everything's missing inside of his gut. Head's gone.
Okay, but with that detect magic, that's 30 foot. So I would, I'd be watching. I'd be looking for anything that glowed in the immediate area.
Okay, nothing magical.
Damn.
You're level 1.
So Gandhi will dig out as deep as he can in the snowbank and bury the body and give a
Stefan
short
will
prayer.
help.
Give a short prayer to Elutio for the soul of the dwarf.
Okay.
Stefan will help assist.
Okay. All right. And after that, you guys are going to try to make another snow cave, basically, to ride out the blizzard, is what I'm hearing, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll use if it helps at all to use any of the remnants of the wagon to help reinforce that. We'll do it, but although it may not make much difference, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not going to have you roll for it. I'm just going to roll for how long this blizzard lasts.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think regardless of how long it lasts, we should just do our long rest here. What do you guys think?
That would be overnight, essentially.
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm a
let's do
bit
it.
tired.
Yeah, it was, what I say, it was 7 o'clock when you found the dwarf's body. Does that sound right? I think that's what I said.
Yep.
So,
Sounds about right. Yeah.
So you
we
got
left
about-
at 2, and then we had like 4 hours of a blizzard, and then that sounds about right.
right, so you got 3 to 4 hours before you even take a long rest. So yeah, once this blizzard blows over, if you guys want to just pack it in for the night and take a long rest, you can. But I got to roll for a random encounter if that's going to happen, and you guys would know that's a possibility.
That's always a
And we
possibility.
probably have a watch anyway, right? Because we have to keep the entrance to the snow cave from
We'll
getting.
roll an 18, a 19,
filled
or a
in.
20, Brian, and we won't have a random encounter. Good.
I got to find the random encounter table first, so hold on.
Oh, it doesn't list it in the module. Sometimes the module lists it.
No, I'm trying to find it on the roll over on the right side under the macro journal section. What I meant.
Damn. Sorry.
Why don't they put
Yeah,
shit in
they're always
alphabetical
doing
order?
those, though.
Ah, there we go. So, does this roll it to me? We're about to find out.
GM rolls.
Ancient white dragon, deadly. Let's hope not.
Oh my god! Really? Why didn't that just roll that to me? Holy shit!
I don't want to fight that, Brian.
Okay, while you guys are napping, I gotta do some reading.
Oh boy.
Good lord! I hope this is like a friendly dragon thing. Otherwise, what was the
It says
purpose of
deadly in
tonight's?
parentheses, so I'm kind of doubting it's
That's
friendly.
because it's a deadly encounter.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I think white
I think
dragons are the friendly, good ones, right? Lawful good.
His name was
Maybe.
No.
I can't even say that. Arve or entry.
Arve Terrace, maybe, or something like that. Terrace.
This is where we all get.
White dragons are
Leveled
chaotic
up.
evil.
Yeah.
It's not even in the creature
White-
section. Where the hell is it? Oh,
White
maybe it's an
dragons are
NBC.
Not nice dragons.
Okay.
White dragons are not nice dragons.
I don't believe they are.
Known to the Ten Towners
Time to Google it.
as the White Worm.
Oh, white worm doesn't sound good.
Aviariterace is an ancient one. Can't say that.
Oh my god.
Oh, it has legendary actions. Oh, that's really not good. And it is chaotic evil.
Holy shit.
How did you roll that for level 1 random encounter?
Yeah, this is instant level 4. We're on the fast track.
That doesn't necessarily mean that it lands in front of us. It means that it could mean that it just flies over.
That we
Yeah.
see it. Yeah, that we see it come over our cave or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
At which
so
point we hide. So
Here-
We all
here's a good
sort
point.
ourselves.
the fire got its attention, and we just need to make sure that we're away from the fire.
So I'm gonna rule that you guys have been here long enough to hear all the rumors and stuff about the dragon, that this is one freaking badass dragon. But you guys have also heard that it seems to have a healthy respect for humanoids and has never threatened 10 towns directly, though it wouldn't take much to provoke her into doing so.
Don't fuck with the dragon. Let the dragon win.
Okay, I'm not gonna make you guys fight a dragon and die. So, okay. So during the night, I'm not gonna make you roll a perception check. So here, let me at least drop the token in here so I can freak you guys out. Maybe. How about that? Where
Let's do it.
where did I put it?
I think we
Ancient.
should. I think we could take it.
That's not a very big token. I expect that token to be a lot bigger than that. All right,
I got
so
11 hit points maximum. I could take it.
Yeah.
so you
I
guys
got
are
2 right now.
you guys made your snow cave, and again, this blizzard went on for, I think I wrote for 3 hours. Is how long this blizzard went, and that came and gone. I'm assuming you guys would you guys keep asking this after the fact? Would you guys have kept an opening, or would you guys let it kind of close up?
No,
for
I
the
think
night?
I think I said that we would keep a watch and have somebody keep the opening in the snow cave during the blizzard. I thought I said that when you were
Okay.
talking about the encounters, or no?
So would one of
Yeah.
you know you would have volunteered for first watch, or you roll randomly for it?
Gandhi, Gandhi
volunteer
probably
for
would have
first
done the
watch.
first watch. Gandhi is fine doing the first watch.
Okay.
I'm okay with it too.
All right. So Gandhi, you hear before you see it the giant beating of wings just beyond one of the crests of the hills to your, I'll say to the west, no, to the east, to the east. And you've heard enough tales so far that you're pretty sure that is the sound of a dragon's wing. So do you want to duck down into the cave, or do you want to stay upright and possibly see what that is?
So, I mean, I'm pretty much still in the cave, just sort of keeping my staff and my body near the opening so I can break it up if it starts to fill in, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll poke my head out slightly and but try to stay very still and see if I can see anything flying overhead.
Okay. All right. So you keep an eye out. You see the dragon crest over the top of the hill, and then it lands right in that valley where the dead body was. And you can see it bring its nose down, kind of sniffs in and blows out, and snow goes blowing out as it exhales. And it keeps sniffing around all the spots of where the blood spatter was. How far away from there did you bury the body?
It was pretty close to that area, maybe 10 or 20 feet away from where it fell, wherever I could get a deep enough indentation to put the body and cover it.
Okay. All right,
but I had no doubt that a white dragon couldn't dig it up if it was after it.
Okay. So it follows the trail, kind of keeps sniffing over to where you buried that body, and then it slams its face into the ground where it was, pulls it back up, and you see it kind of swallow.
Au revoir, dwarf.
It turns. Okay, I'll say he's probably about 100 feet from you right now. It turns, looks one way, looks the other, and you can see it kind of taking a deep breath of well, it's 100 feet away. You can't even see it from that far away because it's pitch black. So never mind.
I hear maybe.
You can hear it breathing, like it's sniffing. It's looking for something. And a few minutes pass, and you hear the beat of wings again. It rises up in the air and takes off. So you're welcome. Nobody's got to fight a freaking ancient white dragon at level 1.
Thank you, DM, for that. What would have been a very quick end to our campaign.
What can I say? I breastfeed Stefan, and I make an ancient white dragon go away. I'm on a roll today.
Yeah, the breastfeeding Yeti was an inspiration for sure.
Well, when you guys left him all alone, I'm like, well, shit, I guess technically something random could run by and just kind of eat it, but no. Well, here's what I do. All right, so...
I was thinking sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you're good. I was going to say something silly, so I'll skip it.
Well, I've been saying silly shit all night. Making up silly shit. All right, so I'll rule you guys make it through the night. Wake up the next morning, clear skies. So I guess clear skies. It's still dim. You wake up at, I guess your body clocks are somewhat attuned to this place. You'll probably still wake up at 6 a.m. even though it's pitch black. And I'll rule that you guys eventually make your way after a full day of pushing and pulling this sled through the snow. And a couple blizzards pop up here and there. But you guys make it back to town by 8 o'clock at night. Back to Bryn Shander. The rest of a Yeti. You guys are awesome.
Just we're coming up with names for songs from Dawn.
Okay. Jeez.
Oh, I think that's the name of our group. We're not companions of the Hollow. We're the breasts of the Yeti.
Yes, the breasts
All
of
right.
the Yeti.
Oh my gosh.
Hear us.
I call you lucky motherfuckers right now for that ancient dragon shit.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to sign off, so are we going to stop here, or are you guys going to continue for tonight, or what?
Well, I'm going to give you kind of a wrap-up of what happens when you get back into town, if you can stick around for that.
Sure, I'll stay.
Okay, so 300 iron ingots are wrapped in thick burlap and tightly secured to the sled with leather straps. Each one, you don't care about how much they weigh. Once you guys make your way back to, I guess she would have told you to meet you back at the, what I call that place? The Northlake Tavern Inn. Haruna, the female dwarf with the raspy voice, because she's had too many years of smoking, it says.
Okay.
She'll
Thank you.
eventually deliver those to the Black Iron Blades, actually that night, because she was behind schedule on delivering it. Thanks to you guys taking a full night of rest. But she does give you guys your reward. I think it was, why doesn't it say it here?
50.
It was a gemstone worth 50 gold pieces each. And she also tells you guys will earn yourselves a 10% discount on goods that you guys buy from Black Iron Blades moving forward. So evidently she went ahead and told Garn the Hammer that she had lost it when you guys didn't come back that same day or night. She thought you guys were dead.
Oh, gotcha.
So she told him about that. Once you found out you got it back, then Garn the Hammer was so happy to give each of you guys this little kind specialized coin that he minted himself. That's got Garn's face on one side, a hammer on the other. So you present that, and you'll get 10% off price of his goods at his shop.
Black iron blades.
Yep, black iron blades. Okay, and that is a 3.5 hour mark. So I guess I will call it quits for there. Unless the three of you guys want to keep going, it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm out, but whatever you guys want, I can catch up.
10:30 for me.
All right, if you got to go, then I'll talk to you later, Wayne. Like I said, I'm going to try to do this about once a month. When you get a chance, go back and look at the 01 session that I recorded. I'll upload it probably tonight. Just kind of go over some of the house rules and what we're talking about contemplating possibly doing for this next session or campaign. Okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thanks,
right.
guys. Good session.
Mm-hmm.
Later, Wayne.
Later, man.
All right, so what the other three of you guys want to do?
I'm game.
I'm good. I'm ready to go enough to be level 2 at the end of this day.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I got to look at that shit up. I think it's after X number of quests you get to level up. I know it's not after this first one.
It'll tell you.
Look at all the experience we're going to get from that dragon encounter.
No.
You defeated an ancient dragon.
Yeah.
You're now level 10. Where's it normally say it at, Robert?
It'll usually say it
Because it didn't say it after that quest.
at the end of the module section.
What's this? Let me go back up here. Well,
We wouldn't
because each town has a starting quest, and that was one of them. But there's also 2 other generic starting quests. So I think I remember reading somewhere in here that it's after X number of quests that you level up.
Yeah,
but
very well could be.
I'm just looking at the other quest to see if it says anything. Here, let me look in roll 20 notes. Sorry, guys.
Dude,
Should
you're
have
fine.
had this squared away, but how about running this adventure? Using the maps, Forgotten Realms. Adventure flow, maybe in there. Nope. All right, I made to say fuck it. You guys are level 2.
I've got something unofficially that basically says at the very beginning, you finish a quest, you gain a level at the very beginning. It's somebody complaining about the milestone system in Icewind Dale.
Oh, they're saying the same thing. It doesn't really give you.
No, they're saying that that the first quest gives you doing the first quest gives you a level. It says the quests in the book are listed as a level 1 quest or a level 4 quest or a level 5 quest or a level 7 quest. And this guy is saying, here's an alternate because you guys finish a quest, you gain a level. There are several definitions of milestone, but for the purpose of this discussion, the default is you gain a level when you complete 1 or more significant achievements. Under the milestone system, in more basic form, a party completing a quest gains a level regardless of its difficulty. Obviously, this has problems. Why should a level 10 party gain a level from completing a level 1 quest?
All right, fuck it. I'm just going to say it right now. Oh, here we go. Character advancement. The characters advance a second level after completing their first quest in this chapter. So there you go.
There you go.
They advance a third level after completing 3 quests in this chapter. 4th level after completing 5 quests in this chapter.
Holy crap.
Rand, you just doubled your hit points almost.
Sweet.
Okay. Once you reach 4th level, you don't gain levels by completing quests in this chapter. Even so, completing more than required number of quests can improve their standing in 10 towns. And they still collect other rewards for completing these quests. Okay, so take a minute if you guys want. Level yourselves up to level 2.
Oh shit! I got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so do I.
Let me switch the map back to Bryn Shander since that's where you guys are. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to start kind of prepping myself for what the F happens next. Oh, I think this is where I give you guys rumors. All right, so full disclosure, I have read and prepared like 2 other quests. The random rumors can take you to 8 other quests that I don't have prepared. So, is it okay if I railroad you into one of those 2,
What are you
or
trying
do you
to
mean
say,
wing it?
Brian?
I mean, I can wing it. I'm just saying it's going to maybe be a shitty session if I got to wing it.
Brian, I think you should roll a 50% chance.
Hey, Rand.
Yeah.
I'm taking Healing Word.
Oh, sweet. You'll like it.
I have it already. I was just unable to use it.
Well, Rand made me feel bad.
I'm sorry. You can ask Brian. That is probably like I have a level 6 or 7 or 8 bard. I don't even know it right now, and that is by far and away my most popular spell.
Oh, I would totally agree with you, but we have a full-blown healer in the group.
Which, does he have Healing Word, or just run out of spell slots?
I don't know.
I'll go look real quick. And plus at level 2, he's going to be able to use his healer's kit thing. So yeah, he should be golden on that.
Gonna take a ride into the danger.
He just has 1 heal that he can do once per short rest. Well, 1 first level spell that he can. It is 1 per short rest though. That's not just a first level spell. It's a special thing for his healer class,
Oh, interesting.
and it's a touch only. But that may go up as he levels. So you have to.
What's the difference between Healing Word and Cure Wounds?
30
Range.
feet bonus action. Half.
Wow, you rattled that off pretty quick.
Yeah.
Healing Word is usually less healing, but you can do it from range, and it's a bonus action. Cure Wounds is touch only, and it's usually more robust, but again, it takes an action. You gotta be touching them.
Thank you.
You had that option with Usul.
I had one of those. Well, I had Cure Wounds, but not Healing Word. I don't think.
I'm pretty sure Druids have Healing Word as well as an option, but I could be wrong. Been a while since I played a Druid.
Yeah.
I don't know. Robert, you got a healing word?
I do now.
All right, so they do. So do druids get cure wounds or no?
If I'd taken it, yeah.
So they get good berry, cure wounds, and healing word at level 1?
Yeah.
That's
They could.
crazy.
If that means spell slots, yeah.
Yeah, at level 1, I have 3 known spells. I mean, level 2, I have 3 known spells at level
Gotcha.
1.
Oh, that's right. Druids are like super tight on spells. They're like sorcery.
Yeah, that was my problem. I had 2 cantrips and 2 first levels. That's all I could take.
Right. Oh, you're fine, dude. Entangle's probably like one of my favorite spells in the game.
It was the most ranger-like of the spells that I could take.
It makes sense.
That dragon had 333 hit points.
Jeez.
You could have taken it.
It'd been a fun fight, yeah, for me. I want to go back and just share some of the possibilities you guys had with that last one, because there were so many different ways you guys could have gone with that. If I can find it again.
Hey, Brian, when you cast that aura on, when you placed that aura, that was placed on his token?
Correct.
Can you place a permanent 10-foot aura on me?
Yeah, I can do that. Gotta drop your character in. You want me to do it, or you gonna do it?
No, I don't think I can do that.
No,
I
I mean,
can't
can you
edit
drop
my
your
token.
character in, or do you need me to do it?
Oh, no, my character's on this page
Oh,
already.
sorry, I didn't see it. A 10-foot?
Yep.
Diameter or radius?
Radius.
Okay, so what does this do? 10-foot radius. I don't know if I got the scale on this one even accurate. I'm about to find out, I guess. Make sure they can see it.
Bear back.
Well, I don't even see an aura on you. All right, let me check this.
Maybe we just
Map.
have to zoom in really high because the scale could be way off. Yeah, there's an aura on him.
Is there?
Yeah, yellow.
Okay,
Oh,
grid
that's
is
cool.
not
All right.
enabled. So if I click on grid enabled, that should tell me, right?
Well, the idea is that 1 square equals 182 feet.
Yeah, that's the problem.
28 feet.
It's the scale on this. Okay. That's cool that it automatically created the aura for me. So that yellow aura is my halo of spores.
Oh, there it is. 1 grid. What? Do you want me to change this map to be that, or keep it like it is?
Well,
I'll keep it
doesn't
like
matter.
it is.
You could. Doesn't matter. Just
You do that
Yeah,
when
it
we
doesn't
have
matter.
a battle map.
You could test it out. You could throw it in a 5-foot square and see how it performs.
Well, I'll drop him back in this. I'll take a look at him back on this other screen. We just fought. Indy. Oh yeah, I gotta reassign that token as being permanent for you. Okay, so if I do quick measurement. Nope, not turn order. Okay. All right, so I just need to reassign that new token to you, because this is going to be an all-the-time thing, right? It's an aura you got
Yep.
all the time?
Yeah, it's aura on all the time.
Okay. Oh, that's cute. I just now saw your actual bio picture of sitting there fishing.
Of me fishing.
Yep. Okay, so remove,
Picture me fishing.
add.
That's what I hear
There we go.
Stefan singing instead of
token.
picture me rolling. Picture me fishing.
Session prep. That was a quest called Foaming Mugs. Okay, so what could you have gotten? What did you miss? Pretty sure the goblin boss had something on them,
Oh,
but it said in the module if at least half of them drop or fail, that She's going to set fire to that thing and then run off into the night.
One of them did. That's not half.
What? 4 of them dropped?
Oh, I thought you were talking about player characters.
No. When her people were like losing.
Okay.
Could have freed the bears. Successful
We did.
ammo handling.
We tried.
After they were already pissed off and the wagon was on fire and they were freaking out, yeah. On a failed check, both bears are hostile toward that character for the rest of the encounter. The polar bear did kill one of the goblins when they tried to get it going. Oh, that is. The goblin boss had 2 potions of animal friendship. And a pouch with some petty money. A bone whistle.
Ooh. I love playing the bone whistle.
You guys all added those gemstones worth 50 gold pieces, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Aye.
The prolonged winter has made the goblins as miserable as everyone else in Icewind Dale. If the characters act kindly toward the goblins by offering them a blanket or some other gift, the goblins give up the sled and the ingots and allow the characters to be on their way.
Great.
Are you kidding? They got behind the thing and started shooting arrows at us.
Well, because someone was raging and running towards them.
All right. Good point. You have a much
Yeah.
better memory than I do. And that is exactly how it happened. We were like, "Hoy, goblins!" And like, pew, 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 pew. We were taking hits left and right. One of our party went down.
And stayed there.
And then when we got there, they were starting to say blanket, and we chopped them in half.
The wagon contains goblin beds made of straw and several vats of whale oil, which ignite quickly, turning the vehicle into a raging inferno by the start of blah blah blah's next turn.
I guess that explains why it went up quick.
Yeah. I guess they do that on purpose because they don't want to give level 1 players this awesome Java mobile. Being pulled by 2, CR5 creatures. We'll just run around and have the bears eat everything. We're level 5 now. Let me know when you guys are ready.
I am ready.
Same here.
I could be ready.
Well, I mean, I'll give you a couple minutes. I'm not that big a deal. I'm still reading. I'm going to pull this off. Because they don't have any encounter maps. That's what's kind of frustrating right now. They have all the towns, and that's it. So I've got to make up all the encounter maps myself. I mean, the taverns, the Black Iron Blades, there's no map for that. There's no map for the town hall. It's just the town, so.
Oh, that's a bit annoying.
Is that how the other ones are that you bought, Rob?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the only prep that you need to do though is come up with. So that's what I created a lot of shops and stuff, and then I just keep all of the. I did Saltmarsh, so I've got Ghosts of Saltmarsh, and so all of the shops weren't part of the module. Of course, it sends you into the shop, but I had to create the shop.
Yeah.
Which was a little bit disappointing, but that's a lot of maps that they would be giving you too. And those maps aren't in the books. Like if you had bought the book for this module, you wouldn't see maps of those places either.
Yeah.
Wow.
That should have been my first clue when I read through the book first time. I mean, all these pictures of art they have in here. Matter of fact, that's where I got that art of that wagon and the polar bears. It was just a player handout thing.
I gotcha.
Okay, so we did that. All right, so since there's only 3 of you now, the next 2 railroady quests that I have somewhat prepared, I'm not going to say totally, is one where you hunt down someone that's supposedly murdering people, or one is where you hunt for these um, fabled nature spirits.
Could you say that again?
One is where you
Murder,
hunt down a
nature
murderer,
spirit.
or you looking for these nature spirits that may or may not be able to help with this whole um, Rime of the Frost Maiden thing, causing all the winter and short days.
Okay, Stefan's gonna be like, dudes, we got this. Let's catch that murderer. That's what I do.
All right, then that's what we're doing.
Okay, you guys all ready?
Yep, I'm good to go.
All right. So it is now 4 hours into the session. This could be another 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, fuck that, dude. Sorry.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh man, I can't do that either. I can't do that
I
long.
mean, I can get it started for you guys. Then when we get to a
I'm
point
okay
where
with
it's just
that.
too late, we can stop. It's up to you guys. You
I'm
guys tell
okay
me.
with playing for a while longer if anybody else wants to.
So you started off with.
I'm already feeling like I'm kind of crashing out, so you'll just hear me be quiet, but I'll hang out as long as I can.
Tell me
No, let's just
if you're
let's
too
just
tired.
call it then. Yeah, let's just call it because I wouldn't mind getting a. I may have a long day tomorrow, so.
Okay. All right. Well, let me at least give you guys the quest, and then we can pick
Yeah.
up there next time. Is that cool?
Sure,
Yeah.
point us in the direction, and then we'll
Yeah.
do it.
Okay. All right. So you guys want to do the murder one?
Murder most foul.
Okay. So here comes the narrator voice. Just another gruesome day in Tin Towns. Howling wind, bitter cold, foul tempers, and snow drifts big enough to bury a herd of moose. But today the local tavern is abuzz with news about a series of recent killings. Before the murders, the only question on everyone's mind was, will Summer ever return to Icewind Dale? Now the question is, will I be the next victim? Nothing breeds fear and paranoia, I should say, like a murder with no face. 3 cold-blooded murders have been committed in the past month. A halfling trapper in East Haven, a human shipbuilder in Targos, and 3 days ago, a dwarf glassblower in Bryn Shander. Each victim was found with a dagger of ice through the heart. What's the connection? The drunken lot huddled in the tavern offers no credible ideas. But sitting apart from them is an elderly shield dwarf with a nasty scar across her nose who looks like she has something worth knowing. She's been smoking her pipe and eyeing you ever since you walked in. Or do you want me to go further?
There's further.
No, that's good.
Or go further? No, that's good. Okay, tiebreaker is.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying I said there's further.
Oh yeah, I thought you had more to read.
Yeah, there is more I can go into. Okay.
Nope. Bring it.
All right, so let me
Yeah.
read through the part that I'm not supposed to read to you first. So I guess you'd see this. She is a dwarf, I guess shield dwarf, if there is a way to differentiate that.
Shield Mountain.
I don't know. In this, I think they call it like shield one or the other, but it could be mountain. But
I think Shield is Mountain.
she's unarmored, but she does have a battle axe and a hand axe. You don't know that. I'll roll that some of you guys may have seen her before, but you didn't really know her name or what she did.
Do we think she's an upstanding citizen?
She's been kind of kept to herself. So You don't really know. Would she tell you this?
Robert's shaking his damn head. It's like, that's the kind of shit DMs hate. What color shoes is she wearing, Brian?
She's studying the characters closely, trying to decide if they're worth her time. Ultimately, she takes a chance and draws them into her conversation, asking them to help her take down her only suspect, a man named Sefik Caltro. And I'll put that in chat because I don't know if I said that right or not, but phonetically that looks right.
Now, how convinced are you that this is the right man?
Hold on, let me finish reading the part it says to read to you.
Simmer down, Scotsman.
Here's what she knows about Sefik and the victims. All right, so
What's her name?
Her name. Oh, did you ask her her name? She would tell you. Her name is. Yeah, how do you pronounce this?
Schmip.
Hlyn? 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 Her name is Hlyn Trollbane.
Think of it like Lynn with a H in front.
Yeah, like Hlyn.
Lynn.
Lynn.
All right, I'm definitely not using it on Lynn.
All right, so Hlyn Trollbane says, Sefik Caltro works for a small traveling merchant company called Torgs, owned and operated by a shady dwarf named Torga Icewind. Torga Icewind? In other words, Sefik gets around. He's charming, makes friends easily. He's also Torga's bodyguard, so I'm guessing he's good with a blade as well. His victims come from the only 3 towns that sacrifice people to the Frost Maiden on rites of the new moon. This is what passes for civilized behavior in Icewind Dale, you know. Maybe the victims found a way to keep their names out of the drawings, and Sefik found out they were cheating. Bloody bastard. So he killed them. Maybe, just maybe. I don't know. I can't speak for myself. Sefik is maybe doing the Frost Maiden's work. I followed Torgs for a 10 day at most. Seems like you move from town to town. Quite a devious little enterprise, but that's not my concern. What struck me is how comfortable Sefik Caltro looked in this weather. Not a coat, no scarf, no gloves. It was like the cold couldn't touch him. Kiss of the Frost Maiden, I say, indeed. Tell you what, I'll pay you 100 gold pieces to apprehend Sefik Caltro, ascertain his guilt, and deal with him, preferably without involving the authorities. When the job is done, return to me and collect your money. And
how much money are we talking about?
Why didn't she say that?
She said 100 gold.
Did she?
Yeah.
Okay, glad you were paying attention. I read it and didn't
This is
remember
what
that.
drives me crazy when Rand plays in my groups, because none of my group pays attention to that.
No, you could be making that shit up. I'll be like, yeah, sure, he's just at 100.
You just read it.
I know, but I don't remember saying it. Oh yeah, I'll pay you 100 gold pieces to apprehend Sefik Caltro. Okay.
I totally missed it. I was like, gold.
Says for the benefit of character.
I have been writing notes this whole damn time, so that's why I might have missed it.
It says for the benefit of the characters who are new to 10 towns, Hlyn can explain that certain settlements, Bryn Shander, East Haven, and Targos, are making humanoid sacrifices to Oral. I think I shared with you guys maybe during the Zero session.
Yep.
And holding lotteries to determine who gets sacrificed. The rest of that is probably meta knowledge. Says she doesn't know if Sefik is acting alone or has support of the Torga Icewind. So she advises the characters to isolate Sefik and dispose of him quietly if such action is called for. So this sends you guys off to another town, is basically what this is trying to get you guys to do, and investigate each town if you can find. this person. And I guess this is why they give you 2 starting things, because I got to roll random when you go to a town whether you find him there, and same thing with this other starting thing as well. So let's stop there, and then next session I'll also give you guys that other quest. That way you guys start traveling different towns, whichever one pops up first, that's what we'll go with. You guys cool with that?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm good.
Okay. And just for you guys, I will go ahead and put what I just read off from her into the chat. That way we got proof that she will pay you 100.
Sweet.
Okay, hopefully I just copied just what she said and nothing else.
Oh, that's why you couldn't find it, because it was written out.
Yeah, it
It
didn't have
wasn't
the,
just
didn't have
a,
the
it
word.
wasn't a number.
Yeah, net wasn't a number. Yeah, right. Okay. All right, cool, guys. Hopefully that was fun for you guys. I feel like I'm still kind of jumping around, but I'm going to try to read more of this entire chapter so I'm more familiar with it, and I can be ready to kind of jump into wherever you guys want to go next, the next session.
Sweet.
Okay.
All
I
right.
like it, dude. Yeah,
All right.
thank you.
Don, sorry for killing you so early, but not my fault that everyone else left you there to die with the Yeti.
We couldn't do anything about it.
I know.
That was the problem.
I'm just teasing. All right, guys. Any comments, questions, complaints?
No, it's fun, dude. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and I was trying to ask you why did the Yeti feed me?
Because everyone else was leaving you to die.
Okay, all right.
So I
I think
contemplated having him just
I
It
kind
was
of.
a mercy shot.
I think there was no Yeti.
There
I
was no
think that
Yeti
was
in
a
that
fever dream
encounter.
that
No.
you had on your own.
I originally just put him in there to make you guys go, oh shit, we better not leave him there. They were like, oh, I'll keep going with this and see what happens.
All
So I made up shit as we went.
right. Nice.
All right, guys. Good night. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Right, man.
Night.
Talk to you later. It was fun.
Later.